Enjoy the perfect getaway for the whole family at their premier mountain resort, where you'll create memories that will last a lifetime. For more information, visit innofthemountaingods.com.
All right, let's do this.
Fox News, I'm CJ Papa. Should be smooth sailing for air travelers. The flight reductions at 40 airports mandated by the FAA ended at 6 a.m. Eastern. The new guidance was put in place due to a shortage of air traffic controllers during the 43-day government shutdown, the longest in American history. President Trump is now on board with releasing the Jeffrey Epstein files, claiming this.
They're using Jeffrey Epstein as a deflection from the tremendous success that we're having as a party.
The president reversing course, saying Republicans should vote to release the files because we have nothing to hide. The U.S. military reports another strike on an alleged drug boat kills 3 more people in the Eastern Pacific. The campaign has left 83 people dead. Sunday Night Football, the Eagles squeaked by the Lions 16-9 despite gaining just 272 total yards. The Super Bowl champs are now 8-2. America's listening to Fox News.
In need of a tow? Those don't have to be dirty words. At Lee County Roadside, they have been offering friendly and knowledgeable service for 20 years. From light to heavy duty, there's nothing they can't tow. And with 24-hour availability, there's no time they can't tow it. Don't make a bad day worse by choosing the wrong tow company. Lee County Roadside, the good guys to call in a bad situation. For 24-hour service, call 575-392-3223 or locate them at 7401 North Del Paso, Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. Like Lee County Roadside on Facebook and follow them on Instagram.
Good morning, this is Smiley Wooten at the Roswell Livestock Auction. A good November run this week with a nice selection of all classes of cattle, especially high-quality native calves, light yearlings, bred cows. We expect to sell 1,800 head. Breaking down like this: 175 to 200 weight cows and bulls, 275, 300 pairs bred cows, 1,350, 1,400 calves and yearlings. Today's sale will include 15 to 20 cow-calf pairs, mostly black and black-white-face Angus cross cows with black calves. Pairs 5 to 10 years old. 120 bred cows. Kenneth Smith Incorporated, Hobbs, New Mexico. Excellent quality black, white face, red, and Charolais crossbred cows bred to Angus and Charolais bulls. Cows 5 to 10 years old. 31 bred cows. Mr. J.D. Rose up here northwest of Roswell. Excellent quality black Angus and Brangus crossbred cows bred to Angus bulls. Cows 3 to 9 years old. Several other consignments of young, middle-aged, and older bred cows. 48 calves, Mr. Gene Jacquez at Guyena, New Mexico. Excellent quality black and red Angus crossbred calves, shots at Brandon, 500, 650 pounds. 43 calves, Mr. Don Wynick, Balmorhea, Texas. Excellent quality black and black-white face Angus crossbred calves, 1 round of shots, 550, 675 pounds. 39 calves, Mr. Mike Wilson at Tatum. Excellent quality black crossbred calves, weaned, 2 rounds of shots, medium condition, 400, 550 pounds. 71 calves, the Guadalupe Mountain Farms at Sierra Blanca, Texas. Ex-quality black white face Angus crossbred calves, shots at Brandon, 450, 600 pounds. 88 calves, the Robinson Cattle Company, Mesilla Park, New Mexico. Ex-quality black Angus calves, 1 round of shots, 400, 550 pounds. 63 calves, the Eason Ranch over in Socorro County. Excellent quality black white face Angus crossbred calves, 1 round of shots, 450, 600 pounds. 44 calves, the Boyles Ranch here west of Roswell. Excellent quality black and Charolais crossbred calves, 1 round of shots, 400, 500 pounds. And 27 steer calves, Scott Ranches, Orla, Texas. Excellent quality black and white face Angus crossbred calves, cattle weaned 40 days, 1 round of shots, 400, 550 pounds. Several smaller consignments of high quality native calves and yearlings for today. Sale time this morning, 9 o'clock. Sell pairs bred cows 10:30. Be selling calves and yearlings around 11:30 to 12 o'clock noon. We expect to sell 1,800 head here today. This is Smiley Wooten, Roswell Livestock Auction.
At Kinetic, we know how important fast, reliable internet is to business. How cybersecurity doesn't just impact your business, but your customers too. How a dependable fiber network turns reliability into opportunities to grow. Without it, no internet service could mean no business. Kinetic Business Ready Internet offers gig speeds, advanced tools, plus internet backup, all designed to keep your business up and running. Internet better with a partner committed to your business. Visit getkineticbusiness.com.
As part of the ongoing effort to keep the roads of New Mexico safe,
we would like to share a list of things you should never attempt behind the wheel of your automobile.
Texting your friends, wrestling your friends, eating a sandwich, making a sandwich, hugging your kids, buckling your kids, brushing your hair, brushing your teeth, flossing your teeth, adjusting your seat, rubbing your feet, reading the paper, using a shaver, applying makeup,
You get
applying
the
to
point.
college.
A large number of car crashes occur when the driver is doing something other than driving. Drive safe, New Mexico.
Paid for by the New Mexico Department of Transportation and aired in cooperation with the NMBA and the station.
Hi, this is Danny Kirkendall with Guy Chevrolet Company in Artesia. We're celebrating 100 years in business here on the corner of 1st and Main in Artesia, and we invite you to come see us for your new Chevy GMC or a just perfect pre-owned vehicle. Our GM certified team is ready to assist you, so give us a call at 575-746-3551 or visit us online at guychevy.com.
Guy Chevrolet celebrating 100 years at the corner of 1st and Main in downtown Artesia.
Southeast New Mexico weather.
Hi, good morning. The forecast is temperatures in the middle 70s in Roswell this afternoon under a sunny sky. It's 77 degrees in Carlsbad and Artesia and 74 degrees in Lovington on this Monday. Temperatures will drop overnight tonight in the middle to upper 40s. And tomorrow's highs at 78 degrees in Carlsbad and 75 degrees in Lovington. For W105 FM, I'm meteorologist Ron Roberts.
Your country plays on W105.
Oh my God!
Have your attention, please.
It's a show with hit written all Let's go quickly, you're on.
Oh, that sounds great. Hey, yo, stop the show. Don't try to stop me, 'cause I gotta go.
Are you ready? Let's roll.
Where to go? Green tide, where to go?
Your morning show powered by your Ford dealer. Be in the Breakfast Club being powered by Permian Ford. Broadcasting from the Inn of the Mountain God studio. The question of the day brought to you by Lovington Auto Supply with a larger selection of parts for heavy trucks and semis. Call or text now. 877-396-W105 to talk to us. Text line brought to you by Amigo Machinery, your Kubota dealer.
Move it, move it, move it.
Call or text now, 877-396-W105 to talk to us.
Good morning, old friends.
Oh my God, what time is it?
What time is it?
The time has come to hit unfriend.
Oh my God, is it time? Is it time?
You're getting dangerously close to being unfriended.
Really?
Why?
Today is National Unfriend Day on Facebook.
Easy, friend. We're not friends.
Did you just unfriend me? Unfriend.
We were Facebook friends before there was a Facebook.
And unfriend.
It's showtime.
So have you ever been unfriended by somebody? Or maybe you unfriend somebody. Monica, you have ever been unfriended by somebody?
I have been unfriended by somebody on social media and in real life.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I unfriend you.
Yeah, social media, I could care less, honestly. But it was the real life one that got me. Like, we had been friends for years. Years.
Have you seen? Was it something you said, or is it something you did?
She doesn't like Patrick.
Oh, I hate that white boy.
Do you remember the commercial with the two old ladies and the one had pictures stapled up on her wall, and then the other girl says, "I unfriend you," and she goes, "That's not how this works."
No, she
just doesn't like white people, or in general.
I guess no. She just thought like whenever I got divorced, like I was just gonna be like able to like party with her and go out and do the whole going out thing. And I was like, yeah, that was like a hot little tiny minute. You know what I mean? It's not when you don't choose that and then you want to blame somebody. She's like, he don't let you do nothing. I don't.
Well, you could at least still be friends. I mean,
correct.
Yeah.
I even reached out to her like a month ago, and she still didn't return my text.
Wow.
I was like,
See, I think.
All right, Blake.
I think that means that you were actually never friends. If somebody treats you like that, I don't think that
to
you
me,
were. You might,
if you're friends, you're friends for
life, right? We got matching
for
tattoos.
life. I got friends that I haven't spoken to for 10 years.
Yes.
And if they call, we're still friends.
Yeah.
It just means that there's stuff going on in life on both sides. And so, Blake, you've ever been unfriended by somebody?
Online, yeah.
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 Yeah. I mean, some of the things that I post, I'm sure there have been people that are unfriend me. I don't unfriend people.
No, I don't either.
On social media
I don't either.
because it's a sign to me. It's a sign of weakness.
Yeah.
It's like they won the battle
Mm-hmm.
if I unfriend them. So I'm not gonna play that game.
There's actually only ever been like I don't unfriend anyone, but I've actually had to block like 2 people. 3 people.
See,
3
I don't
people.
block. I don't unfriend.
Well,
say what you gotta say. I'm
well,
just gonna.
There's say what you want to say, and then there's disgusting, vile, nonstop stuff.
Yeah,
The only people that
I'm-
that I've hidden, I won't unfriend anybody, but the only people that I've gone and hidden are those that sell something and they just like constantly post. And I'm just like, oh Lord, give me a rest.
constantly over and over and
Yes,
over.
I'll go and hide them or like unfollow
Yeah.
them for a little bit.
Yeah, I've been unfriend in real life over this job.
Really?
You know, there are people in the other company
Right.
that I was good friends with. I'm talking about spoke to pretty much every day
Wow.
or every other day on the phone. And then when I took the job competing against them,
Mm-hmm.
they unfriendly. And you know, I don't have that same sentiment
Right.
because, you know, if I worked at McDonald's and they worked at Burger King, couldn't we be friends and hang out?
Sure.
You know, what about Popeyes and KFC?
Sure.
Domino's
Just
and
trying to-
Pizza Hut.
Sure.
Yeah. And then I guess I became the enemy, which is fine. Whatever. Today is electric greeting card day, also homemade bread day, International Happy Goose Day, International Stand Up to Bully Day, International Student Day, Butter Day, Farmer's Joke Day, National Take a Hike Day, Unfriend Day, Little Mermaid Day, World Peace Day, and Prematurity Day going on today. Both my boys were twins, born at 30 weeks and premature and very, very small, but not that small, like 5'1", 5 pounds, 1 ounce, and 5 pounds, 3 ounces, if I remember right.
That's
so
small.
that's not, yeah, that's small, but it's not terrible. Now, my wee's daughter, Kendra, it was like in the 4 pound range.
Oh, wow.
So very,
That's
very premature.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's the preemie range, right?
Yeah, very, very premature. So, but today, the question of the day is we're dealing with unfriend. Has anybody ever unfriend you? I know it's tough when they unfriend you. Yeah, in real life or on social media. You ever had somebody that you really want is like, go away, and then they unfriend you on social media? You're like, thank God. Thank you. Thank you so much. So, Monica, I woke up, see here, I don't have to wake up until 5 in the morning. You know, because it's an hour later. So here it's already 7:12 in Louisiana at my mom's house. But my mom woke me up at 4 o'clock, and she fell Wednesday, Thursday, and then Saturday fell and hit her head. So when I got here, she was she was just disoriented a little bit. And she went to bed last night at 7:30. She's a night owl. She stays up until 1 a.m. in the morning. So at 4 a.m., we wakes me up and says, I think Mom's calling you. And so I go in there. She goes, I'm ready to get up. I was like, it's 4 a.m. in the morning.
What do you think you are on the radio?
So she got up and I made her coffee. And then right before I came on the air, she goes, I think I'm going to go back to bed. It's early. I went, yeah. So put her back to
But she
back to
is
bed.
aware of who you are and all of those things.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
all
yeah,
that
yeah,
stuff.
yeah. Yeah, she's aware of me and I'm aware of we, but she cried last night because she thought she made we mad. I'm like, no, she just looks at like that when she just wakes up. She took a nap.
Nah, she just looks mad.
So I don't know what that was about. And then I put her to bed last night and she cried. She goes, I'm so glad you get out and see the world. And I'm like, yeah. And so, you know, she's been a very emotional, and that's not like her. So my sister is getting taken to the doctor today. So they took her to the emergency room like last week. She was there 3 times in 1 week. Not good. Not good. Thank God she's got great insurance. So I'm at mom's for the next 2 weeks at least. And hopefully she gets better. But at 92, still living alone with dementia, it's going to get harder and harder.
Yes.
Not being able to move right. So it's going to get harder and harder for sure. But she's very independent and wants to stay independent. That's got to be the toughest thing in life, getting old and not being able to be independent.
Right.
That's got to be tough. So
I can tell you that, from suffering from anything, like my wife with frontal temporal, she'll tell you that's the worst thing about it is no independence. Can't drive, can't cook, can't do any of that.
The worst thing. So looks like Pennsylvania man recovering after his dog shot him with a shotgun. Yeah, the dog actually accidentally shot the owner, or who knows if it was an accident. If it was a cat, I would be like, that's no damn accident.
That can't.
By the way, the dog is not going to get dry dog food from this point on. And in America, dogs can exercise Second Amendment rights also. So looks like the dog's going to be okay and the owner is going to be okay. And when you get blasted with a shotgun at close range, that's not good.
No.
So thank God the guy is going to be okay.
He probably had
a
bird
New
shot
Jersey. Yeah, probably. New Jersey teen has become a star on the board game all around the world, invented the game himself called Drizzle, which she invented at the age of 8 during the pandemic. Suddenly, the game took off, and now she is she's fixed. It's like Candyland, a new version of Candyland.
Okay.
And so the family can get together. It's called Drizzle. So check that game out. And she is now a superstar. Dune 3 coming out December 18th, 2026. Another version of Dune.
No, it's the continuation of the story.
Yeah.
This is the third
Dune
part.
3.
Yeah, it's the third part of that story. It's like each movie is its own movie, but it's all one story, kind of like Lord of the Rings.
It could have ended after number 1.
Well, no, it's kind of like Lord of the Rings, where to tell the complete story, it takes that much.
Yeah, well, can't wait for Dune 4 to come out. And the SAG Awards are no more. Hollywood's largest union has announced they are changing ahead of the SAG 2026 ceremonies in a move billed as a new chapter in history. The awards will soon be known as the Actor Awards. Wait. The actor?
Yeah.
What about actresses?
They're considered actors as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
We know, speaking of Lord of the Rings, Sean Astin, that was in Lord of the Rings as Samwise Gamgee. He is now the head of SAG. So he's
SAG. Screen Actors Guild.
So he's been making a few changes.
Yeah, that when we say SAG, that it's like an old starlet. That's what that reminds me of. SAG Awards.
But that's what they were saying, because it's Screen Actors Guild. So they consider all actresses and actors as actors. And so I guess that makes a little sense. I don't know.
All right, we're going to talk about the Epstein list. Could this come back to bite the Democrats on the backside? We'll talk about that coming up in just a second. Morning show this morning being brought to you by Fusion Medical Spa. Fusion Medical Spa. Find them in the River Crossing in Ruidoso. Right now, $50 Botox. And buy one, get one free right now. Botox on sale. Plus, at Fusion Medical Spa, they do offer stem cell therapy. They got you covered with spider vein treatments, also vampire facelifts, facials. They've got chemical peels, photofacials, microneedling, and more. They're in the River Crossing in Ruidoso. Give them a call, 575-257-4SPA. Call them today. High temperature today for southeast New Mexico, getting up to about 76. The high, sunny skies, 47 tonight, and then 77 coming up tomorrow. Maybe rain in the forecast as soon as Wednesday. Ruidoso today, 56 and sunny. Clear skies tonight, getting down to about 39. Sunny tomorrow and 58. And then maybe a chance of snow in the forecast tomorrow night. You've got snow in the forecast all the way through the weekend. Pretty good chances of snow in Ruidoso on Thursday. And in Albuquerque this morning, high temperature 62, sunny skies tonight down to about 33, 62 tomorrow. Rain in the forecast Wednesday. And I'm looking at rain in the forecast Wednesday, Thursday, and into Friday. Quick check of the weather this morning being brought to you by La Tienda. Find them in Pecos, Texas. Big savings going on ahead of Thanksgiving. Young turkeys, 99 cents a pound. Get the pork sirloin roast, $1.99 a pound. Arm roast, $4.99 a pound. Get the New York strip steaks for $8.99 a pound. Get avocados, 99 cents each. Navel oranges, 4 for $1. They're large and juicy. And get Chubb tomatoes, 2 containers, 10-ounce containers for just $5. And white onions, 2 pounds for just $1. Also, you can find big savings in the deli department. Start off with the wheat bread, $1.68 a loaf. Also, Virginia honey hams, just $5.49 a pound. Also, olive and pickle loaves, $6.49 a pound. And you can always save on all your refreshment. Find it today at La Tienda in Pecos, Texas. Get Pepsi, Mountain Dew, Big Red, other flavors. $10.99 for a 24-pack, and always the coldest beer in town at La Tienda. Checking in on the text line this morning. It's already 6:21.
Good morning, Monica. Have a blessed day, says this texter. Good morning to you as well. Kathy from the Patch said, if someone unfriends me, I just say, oh, well, sometimes the garden weeds itself. Cole Hanlon said, some of my friends' girlfriends have gotten me unfriended from them. Jay in the Patch said, good morning, you guys. Man, it's always a long weekend when you guys are not on. Have a great day. John in Pio said, good morning, family. I'm sure I've been unfriended. I've lost friends for having my own opinion and for closing my wallet. LOL.
Mm-hmm.
You guys have a wonderful, blessed day. Smokey says, good morning, Monica. Good morning, you guys. Y'all have a great day and a great week. Good morning to my little butthead. I love you as well. Have a great day. And Gary from the Patch said, did anyone watch Landman last night?
I did.
I did. It was so
it's
good.
the new season?
Yeah.
Yes. What was your favorite part, Blake?
I'm not giving spoilers the very next day.
My favorite
You
part
can't talk about it till
is
next
when
week.
Monty's wife gives the speech. You guys
No
are gonna
spoilers.
love it. I'm going to say what I want.
No spoilers.
I didn't say what she said. I said that's my favorite part.
Okay.
There you go.
Right at the beginning, man. That's even before the credits roll.
It was
Yeah,
incredible.
hopefully I can, I might wait to just watch it all at one time.
You know,
when they're all done.
we were
See, I
going
can't
to,
do that.
we were going to, and then Kim goes, Landman's on.
Mm-hmm.
Want to watch it? I'm like, well, I'm reading the script. And she's like, well, let's watch it. I'm like, okay.
It was so good. I like the show. I don't care how fake, so to say they.
Well, there's
say it is.
nothing
No,
that
I-
is 100%.
And no spoilers here, but there was something that I noticed on that episode that I liked better than the whole last season.
What?
They had more actual oil field stuff,
Like they showed
film
more?
wise,
Gotcha.
in that episode than they did all of last season. So that was kind of interesting.
I don't know. It did have that part where the guy got blown up.
Well, I know, but that was, that was if you look at how much screen time that was in that episode, it wasn't very much.
Yeah.
But I think we're going to get a lot more oil field stuff, even, B-roll footage out in the field and, just actual
Sure.
in the patch kind of stuff.
We don't get to watch it on the night it comes out, so thank you, Blake, for not letting Monica screw it up. I wasn't going to tell y'all everything. I was just telling y'all my favorite part.
Hopefully,
so you can look forward to
hopefully
that
it
part.
shows the very wholesome side of Midland, Odessa. Very
have
wholesome.
you seen the show?
Yes.
Hey, a
Very
question just came
wholesome.
through, and I have no idea. So you guys answer this. Was there a store in Carlsbad that kicked you guys out over the weekend when y'all were doing the food drive?
No.
No.
didn't hear about it.
No, and the food drive went really, really well.
I didn't hear about it. It
I didn't hear
You know,
anything
we
about
had
it.
so Kevin, I got to tell you this, since you weren't here, you probably saw it because we posted on social media. But Joe Imbriali from Rig Outfitters came by, gave a big cash donation for food so they could buy and fill up the food bank. Because we found out last month the food bank here ran out of food.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so he came by, gave a big cash donation, but we had a lot of people do that. We had some anonymous donors do that. They did it through us and through everything. But Joe brought his big truck, and he had more than 300 coats, 1,500 pairs of socks and beanies and neck warmers and all that stuff. So
I will say this much: do business with people that are good to the community. Doesn't matter what community you live in. If you're listening in Rio Doso, or if you're listening wherever you're listening, do business with people that are good for the community and good to the community. That's so important. So important. You know, big box stores do very little for communities. Stuff like Joe, you know, always there for the communities. You know, when little Johnny needs a sponsor for a little league and that type of stuff, Joe is there.
Right.
So that's so important. Yeah, we had Malta when I was there Friday at Bob's, had multiple people just come up and give cash. You know what does, you know, people with money, giving money, I'm always appreciative. But when I see people that work hard,
right,
and in the oil field, I had a gentleman that came up and he does not want the recognition.
Right. I had a couple
He's
of
a
those.
worker in the oil field and bought like 10 turkeys and bought, you know, a basket full of additional food. Thank you. Yeah, everybody that gave cash, food, whatever. Thank you guys so much.
Well, and
I mean, that's what it's all
we had
about.
some of our sponsors and some of our regular listeners doing that, and they don't want the recognition. But I'm going to tell you anyway that Pop's Power Washing came out and did a lot. And Jeff Rowe stopped by and did a lot. And I want to thank each and every single person that gave anything. I had somebody that text me and sent it to me so that I could give the donation, and I did that. And you guys' generosity is just overwhelming.
Yeah. And this time of the year coming off, you know, and, you know, I could talk about all day about food stamps needs to be revamped, but we got elderly people that are depending on our help. And, you know, thank God we got generous people in Southeast New Mexico, and New Mexico as a, you know, a total. So thank everybody for doing that. All right, we're going to get to thought for the day. We'll go to the tech coming up in just a second. Question of the day: have you ever been defriended by somebody? Unfriended, defriended, whatever. What's the correct way to say it? Unfriended?
Yeah. I'm guessing.
Friended, whatever. So if you ever been unfriended or defriended by somebody, I'd love to hear from you. Thought for the day this morning being brought to you by Wakefield Oil. Wakefield Oil, 575-622-4160. WakefieldOil.com. Dependable, boom or bust. They are there delivering oil and gas products to the patch. Give them a call, 575-622-4160. You can always go to WakefieldOil.com. Thought for the day this morning is the banana is used as the food most likely to be used as a phone, and I think Pop-Tart nowadays should be used like in movies if they're going to play like their Pop-Tart.
Wait, wasn't there a kid song like na 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 banana phone?
I don't know if you saw the new Samsung ad. They're using an ice cream cone as the phone. Yeah,
Somebody help me
you've
out.
seen that.
Banana phone song.
That is so weird.
Yeah.
But it's not weird.
All right, we're gonna get.
Not heard of it.
Yeah, the ice cream cone just looks weird.
Yeah.
It just looks strange. So, All right, we're going to get to the tweet of the day. Dems are leaving the country in Trump derangement syndrome. How many dead people are on Snap? They're discovering all this. We'll talk about that coming up in just a second. Trump calling for the House Republicans to vote on releasing all Epstein files, saying, look, we have nothing to hide. The more I look into this, I think the Democrats are going to be sorry that they stirred this mess up. Larry Summers, who worked under Obama, Democrat, big time, big wig. New pictures of him and Epstein just came out over the weekend. And the New York Post story talking about they've intercepted emails that show Larry Summers having a conversation with Epstein about a girl. Doesn't say if she's underage or not, saying she won't talk to me. And he said, well, quit sending her the money, then she'll talk to you.
Wow.
So Epstein giving relationship advice. By the way, Summers is 70 years old, was the Treasury Secretary under Obama, and worked pretty much for every Democrat campaign. He is an economist, and look, I'm to the point, I don't care if it's Republicans on the list, Democrats on the list, put the list out. Let's go. Yep. Let the chips fall wherever they fall.
Amen.
Let them fall. Golden toilet scandal. Zelensky now facing a maybe his deepest crisis ever over $100 million wartime scheme. We knew it was going on. We knew that our money was going to Ukraine, and somewhere, somehow, they were absconding with the money. But Ukraine leader Zelensky battling the deepest crisis of his presidency after money laundering probe, named members of his inner circle as folks that are living, they call that the golden toilet, receiving money. And one such gentleman received more than $100 million stipend from money that was supposed to go to the military. I bet it's more than that.
Probably.
We have sent them 300, 400 billions of dollars. Got to be more than that. And where there's fraud, yeah, I would think that's just the tip of the iceberg. Oh, yeah. State lawmaker calling to expand an audit of SNAP. Food stamps. Are there dead people on food stamps? Yep. I'll play that cut coming up in just a second. But state lawmakers, Crystal Brantley, calling, she's a Republican, of course, calling on a investigation into SNAP in New Mexico. Now, what's going to happen on the federal level, everybody that's on SNAP is going to have to reapply for SNAP in hopes that we can catch some of the fraud. I won't tell you how many dead people are on SNAP, but they just recently figured that out. I'll play the cut coming up in just a second. One person dead, 3 others injured after shooting at a house party in Las Cruces Saturday night. Happened about 11:40 p.m. Officers called to the home, and 21-year-old man had been shot. 3 others were injured and taken to the hospital. That's pretty much all we know. Developing story. Nobody has been arrested in that shooting. And a single ticket sold for the Mega Millions. That's why I'm back on the air today. $980 million.
What state was it in?
Georgia. One winner. So somebody's going home with a lot of money.
Yep.
A lot of money. You keeping up with what's going on in Mexico? Monica, you see
I have not heard
what's going on in
about it.
Mexico? Yeah, they have been protesting all weekend, burning, and so more than 100 officers injured in that protest. And they are looking to end corruption and give the power back to the people in Mexico. People took to the street, protesters took to the street, dragged police officers out of their formation, beat them with hammers and chains. They threw explosive devices. They stripped them of their shields and radios. More than 60 officers had minor injuries. Some of those could be at least 40 officers taken to the hospital. As the Gen Zers in Mexico are tired of the corruption.
Yeah.
It's almost a revolution, almost a coup.
They're very, very close. They don't like Scheinberg. They don't like what's going on, and they're tired of the cartels running Mexico. That's part of the problem.
Well, I mean, you think about what an oppressive thumb they live under with those cartels.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt. So, look, when they took away Mexico's gun right, that was the end of all because they can't protect themselves.
Nope.
And back several years ago when the cartels were running rampant and just stealing land from people in Mexico, their families have owned that land for 200 years, and they give them a choice. You can either leave or be killed.
Right.
They chose to leave. And that's why we have had such an influx of people, because of the violence and the drugs. And I know there are people that will say, well, we wouldn't have the problem with the violence and the drugs if there wouldn't be such an appetite for drugs in America. Okay, we'll play along with that. But there's also drug addiction problems in Mexico. They're not alone. We're not alone. They got their own drug addiction issues. But the cartels are running Mexico, and we all know the cartels are running Mexico. Scheinbaum better stand up to the cartels, which is hard because the cartels put it in place.
Right.
Very hard. Yeah. All right, we're going to talk about officer at the Texas A&M game. I'll give my thoughts on that coming up. Tweet of the day on the way. A lot of teachers signing up to receive loan debt relief. And O.J. Simpson's estate has agreed to pay a wrongful death judgment to the Goldman family. Tell you how that all plays out coming up in just a second. Morning show this morning being brought to you by A Custom Construction and Roofing. Roofing and insurance specialist, licensed, bonded, and insured. Local veteran, 30 years of experience, plus 30 years with an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau. They can take care of your roof. They can also take care of pretty much any construction idea. So if you got an idea, addition, or maybe carport or whatever it is, they've got you covered with all of that. Give Dwayne Pinnock a call this morning, 575-318-9725, warning you about the out-of-town, out-of-state contractors. Yeah, when they're gone, the warranty is gone also. Call Dwayne Pinnock this morning, Custom Construction and Roofing, 575-318-9725. 637, Monica.
All right, liberal 915 liberal. Just simply text in to say one question. You guys are against all the people that get food stamps and call them freeloaders. Is that what you tell people at the food banks and food drives that y'all support?
We are not against everyone who does it.
No, I think if you could clean out your ears, maybe do the funnel thing on the ears or the ear candle. That I said there are lots of seniors that need help. The bad part about it is when our seniors need help, they get like $26. They get less than $50. And then you got system suckers. Their number one job is to have babies and keep sucking the system. That's the people I want off of the system. Not working women, just trying to squeeze by, need a little extra help. I have nothing against them. But system suckers, people that haven't worked a day in their life, keep popping out babies. Yeah, just keep having them. And then when they go to the grocery store, they're not worried about getting nutritious stuff for their kids. They're buying them soda, candy, chips, and all that type of stuff. Yeah. Listen up. Clean the ears out. Be better.
Yeah, don't be a sucker.
Don't be a sucker. Good morning, B, Blake, and Monica. I hope you all have a blessed day. Just want to say congrats to the Lovington Wildcats for their playoff win on Saturday.
Congratulations.
I want to give kudos to Lovington for keeping their cool, especially after the kid from Goddard had so many personal fouls. He ended up getting ejected, but should have been thrown out way earlier with all the penalties he had. Anyway, good job, Wildcats. Beat those Bulldogs next Saturday. Instead of the Actors Awards, they should just call it the Activist Awards. That would encompass nearly all of Hollywood and New York. Andy and Hobbs said, I think Trump outsmarted the Dems again by acting like he didn't want to release the files and making them think he was in them. Now that the Dems have been nonstop calling for them to backtrack and calling for them to release the files, they won't be able to backtrack and vote to not release them. Had he just wanted to release them right away, they would have blocked the release.
Oh, I disagree. They backtrack all the time.
I honestly don't give
They
a
have
rat's
they will flip flop on something so fast and say, no, I didn't do that.
Samsung is using the ice cream cone, and it's this. Samsung using the ice cream cone is the name of the operating system. And Papa
Ice cream
Sherm,
cone?
yeah, that's what they said.
Yeah.
Papa Sherm said, "Yeah, I've been unfriended by a few people. Also, I've done the same thing back. I don't give a rat's rear what people think about me. A to the man, Papa Sherm." And this person said they usually skip the unfriend button and go straight to the block button. And someone said, "What wholesome side of Midland are you talking about? The one that Tom A
That's what
moved to?"
somebody had said that, all the churches in wholesome side of Midland.
Jeffro said, I don't get unfriended. I keep my circle small. No fake people like those demon rats that text and call in. Satchels of Richards, said Jeffro. In-law Outlaw says, Monica, have seen the new Landman yet? Do you mean you haven't seen it, In-law Outlaw? Or are you asking me, have I seen it? Yes, I've seen it, and you need to see it too. It's so good. It's going to be a great season. Hey B, this girl I've been seeing, she's from Louisiana, and she made me this thing called etouffee crawfish.
Etouffee.
You Cajun mofos make good stuff, let me tell you, he said.
I just had a shrimp po' boy last night.
And Jay in the
My
Patch,
first meal.
Jay in the Patch said the funniest thing is when you get a friend request from someone that y'all was already friends with before. So sometime
That's
they
a
unfriended
scammer.
me. So I noticed that I had gotten a friend request from this chick that I thought that we were like already friends, and I was like, "What?" So like I went and I checked out her profile. It's the same profile, and I think what happened was
It was a copied profile.
no. She got annoyed with my loyalty to Trump, and so she probably unfriended me during that,
And then came back.
Came back and thought, "Wow, I still want to be your friend."
You got to be really careful because there's a lot of cloning of accounts going on right now. I got one from
how that's possible.
a good friend of mine and her
that-
husband. Friended
They
me
put
yesterday.
those little squiggly lines on them.
Not always. Not always. If somebody's trying to clone you, they'll steal your photos, make a new profile, and then friend request everybody that you were friends with. And people will be like, "Oh, I already thought I was friends with him," and they'll hit yes.
Yeah, people think it's against the rules. So, like on YouTube, somebody could actually be in the Breakfast Club and call it, just a letter B in the Breakfast Club and post all our videos up.
Yep.
And they can do that all day. I told a friend of mine who is a trainer that puts up videos. I said, "Hey, if you don't put those on TikTok, I'm going to go ahead and do it for you and keep the money." And he said, "Well, you can't do that." I'm like, "Damn sure can. I can take all your content, download it, and repost it like it's mine."
Right. And
It's
they
not
will
against the
they will
rules.
never stop it.
No, they're not going to stop it. There's no way to stop it. So, yeah. So he ended up doing his own TikTok. So I wouldn't do it.
That's good.
All right, we're going to talk about the South Carolina player that was accosted by a Texas trooper.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that coming up. I'll give you I don't think it's a racist deal. I'll talk about that coming up in a second. Running late this morning, being brought to you by Pops Power Washing. Call Eric this morning. Good people. Call Eric. His number 575-704-0330. If you need them to go out and clean up your oil field equipment or clean up your spills, or if you want them just to clean up your company fleets, call them today. 11 years, Eric has never been late. 575-704-0330. Pops Power Washing, give them a call today. All right, we're going to get to tweet of the day. Let's talk about the officer first. So I don't think it's a racial deal. I know a lot of people, LeBron James and others, jumped the gun. And of course, and said it's a racial deal. No, I don't think it's a racial deal. And if you haven't seen the video, this is the Texas A&M game against South Carolina. Now, Texas A&M, kudos to Texas A&M because they came back and won that game, but they were behind in that game by 27 points. They came back, they set the SEC record for comeback, and South Carolina scored 30 points in the first half and was ahead. I think it was 30-7 or 30-3, and Texas A&M comes back and wins the game 31-30.
Yep.
After halftime.
Wow.
So I'll set the stage, and I was driving when the game was going on, but gentleman ran the ball 80 yards, and it looked like he had a pulled a hamstring. So he ran into the tunnel, and two players followed him into the tunnel. And as they were coming out, state police or DPS officer entering the tunnel, and you can see him. He
elbows them.
Both elbows. He elbows them, and they turn around. He's like, "Get out of here before I arrest you." So I don't know if that's a racial deal. I think he was caught up in the game.
Right.
I think he was frustrated. And those that don't play the game, such as me, I'm at home watching the game. I get caught up in the game. I have been in the stands and get caught up in the game. So I think he just got caught up in the game. And at that point, Texas A&M was getting their tails kicked. And I think he was frustrated. But of course, instantly, they say it's a racial deal because he's a white cop. I don't know if it was a racial deal. I think it's more he got caught up in the game.
I would agree with you, having seen the video and watched the reactions from everyone involved, including the players after they turned around and then they turned and just kept going. You know, I think that his frustration was the fact that A&M was losing bad at that point.
Right. I think he went out of his way to start issues, no doubt. And by the way, he has been removed from ever working an A&M game again. And I saw boosters that one booster's big time booster was on TikTok and said, "Get him out of here. This is not what Texas A&M is about."
Right.
And get him out of here. So kudos that they say this guy will never work another Texas A&M game ever, ever, ever again.
Yeah.
Some people want him fired from his job. I don't know if it's a fireable offense. And LeBron James said he shouldn't be a police officer. I just think he got up. And LeBron, you ought to be worrying about this gambling scandal that you might be involved in. Yeah. Monica, you see the cut? You see the video?
No.
Yeah. So, I mean, the police officer definitely went out his way.
Yeah.
To
I mean, he flexed.
Cause issues.
Wow.
Yeah. No doubt. He flexed. No doubt. Looks like about 400 new teachers received student loan debt relief as part of the governor's New Mexico Teachers Loan Repayment Program. So about 387 teachers have signed up, adding to the 529 teachers that are already signed up for loan forgiveness. Every year they will get, $6,000 credit to pay off their student loans.
Yeah.
And look, this is one program, giveaway program, I have no problem with because we have a shortage of teachers. The only thing that I would say, they should have to stay in the state for X amount of years. That's the only thing that they left out of that. Looks like O.J. Simpson's estate has agreed to pay the Goldman family and that wrongful death judgment. The Goldman family is going to get a piece of O.J. Simpson's estate,
53,
which is not a whole bunch of money.
Yeah,
I mean,
53 or 58 million.
Right? Yeah. So depending, they will get a piece. They will get a piece of that. Nothing is going to bring the sun back. That's for sure. Right. And kudos going out to the Artesia Police Department responding to Old Hermosa Church of Christ, where they arrested two people that actually had busted down the door and gotten into the facility and had burglary tools in their possession. Great job on making the arrest. Both subjects located, detained, and probably not their first time doing stuff. Democratic Party of New Mexico. They posted on social media over the weekend, times of the changing, talking about there was, and I don't know, the Democrat won the school board seat in Lee County. Democrat won the mayor's election in Otero County. Democrat won a seat in Clayton County. Places they have never won before, they actually won. So they say things are changing. Most of those races, like school board, are not Democrat Republicans.
No, but she's been a Democrat. I mean, that was nothing new.
No,
is Otero? Is that the Cloudcroft mayor?
Probably. Yeah, probably. It didn't go into great detail, of course. MSNBC changing their name. Their new brand is MS.
More.
That's not a good look.
More. Shh.
Oh, that's funny.
It fits.
Yeah.
So NBC is going away. Their name brand will now be MS. Wow. And Coach Beam lost his life. Legendary coach John Bean. If you don't know remember that guy. That guy was on Netflix as part of a football team at Laney College, and was shot and killed on Thursday in Oakland, California. Shortly after noon, died a few hours later. Citizen noted that Bean spoke at an event focused on safety on Wednesday and expressed concern about security around that field house. And Bean made it clear that he felt the campus was less safe after his 2020 termination of contract with the Alameda Sheriff's Office after they provided armed deputies to the school. But then the school didn't want the guards there. So the guards went away and he was shot and killed. Sad story. So if you watch that on Netflix, what's the name of that show on Netflix? Second Chance. Yeah, Second Chance U. Great coach, and shot and killed after speaking out on Wednesday about safety at that college. Sad. 36-year-old Dafo Castillo, 36 years old, accused of sexually assaulting a teenage girl younger than 16 at a local church, the Restoration Church, that Castillo was a counselor at the church. Castillo became violent towards the girl, records say, in May of 2024. Victim told investigators that he had sexual intercourse with her at her home and recorded the encounter. According to documents, the two communicated through an app and wrote letters to each other up until April of this year. The victim's mother told police she believed Castillo was a flight risk and had been accused of sexual misconduct before, allegedly, and ran from Cuba. Got away from Cuba where he was, according to the woman, had a active warrant. By the way, they tried to get in touch with the church. No response from the church yet. And 6-7 elementary school students given tickets for 6-7 at a Indiana school. Resource officer giving them tickets. So that they have to pay the tickets. By the way, they have said that that word has been outlawed at that school. Zero tolerance.
2 words.
For 6-7. A made-up word that means nothing.
Well, and I actually heard that it's got like a demonic reference. So
What?
Does it?
Yeah. And
Like what? I thought it meant like 6 or 7. Like it was an ambivalent term.
PA, if
like
you're
1 or 2.
listening, send in what you found. We talked about it at dinner and then we didn't like elaborate or whatever. But I'll get it.
Yeah, I would love to know how that works. That way I won't say 6-7.
Yeah, well, I thought it came from
Correct.
6 or 7. You know, like it. Hey, what is that? Well, it's 6 or 7.
Either or,
yeah.
right? And then I heard that it came from a rap song. I don't know the rap
That's
song.
possible. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me.
Who knows?
Somebody, if you know any of those answers, let us know.
Hit me up. All right, already 6:54. Tweet of the day this morning being brought to you by Seminole Siding and Construction. It's a trusted name across Southeast New Mexico. They offer siding, they offer roofing, and they even do big metal buildings. So if you need them to take care of your metal building, if you're thinking about erecting a huge industrial or commercial metal building, shop, whatever it is, they can help you with that. And for your home, they do remodels of the outside of your home, siding, windows, doors, seamless gutters, and a brand new roof too. Give them a call, 575-393-1430. Check them out today. Tweet of the day, cut number 1, the Dems are leaving the country. I'm heartbroken.
Well, here we are. It's Friday, and we are just literally minutes away from the border to Canada as we flee the U.S.
Oh, please.
Who would have thought at age 60 that this would be our day and our plan and our actions? And I know fleeing sounds dramatic and like something from a movie, but it's really true. We just feel so scrutinized and so silenced and so being portrayed as enemies within and being portrayed as domestic terrorists because we're standing up for what we believe in this country and what we believe is being violated and is going into an authoritarian regime, and is in it actually, and has been since he hit the ground running in January, the day he was inaugurated.
So they're fleeing. So they're standing up, but they're fleeing. Is that what you're saying?
Well,
they're fleeing.
Yeah, because they're cowards.
I don't even know what to say.
We're standing up, but we're fleeing. And by the way, cut number 2, 2/3, 3/4 of all therapy visits today. You know what it's about? Trump derangement syndrome. Cut number 2. Guys are killing me.
But our country has lost that. We're strayed so far from that unity.
Mm-hmm. And what do you see? Because you told me off camera 3/4 of your patient load right now has what you're calling this TDS.
Well, 3/4 of my patients will present with a lot of these symptoms, and within probably 5 minutes of seeing me, their hatred for Trump comes up. So if you're that hyper-focused on Trump, that's a real issue, and it's worth being treated.
In fact,
it's a real issue. It's just 3/4 of the people are suffering from Trump. And by the way, we see it also. We see it every day. We do. All right. How many people have been found on SNAP that are actually dead and receiving SNAP? Our Secretary, what is she?
Agriculture.
Not Homeland Security. Agriculture. Her name is Secretary Rollins. I didn't put my notes down on here this morning. Secretary Rollins talking about dead people receiving SNAP, and they actually are catching up to this. And how are they going to do it in the future? They're going to make everybody reapply for their SNAP benefits in a way to maybe catch some more of the fraud. But listen, and this is only 29 states, by the way, which are probably the red states that actually filled out the questionnaire and went through the process. The other states wouldn't do it. So listen to what she said.
The number is closer to 186,000 deceased men and women and children in this country are receiving a check. Now, that is what we're really going to start clamping down on. 500,000 are getting 2. But here's the really stunning thing. This is just data from those 29 mostly red states. Can you imagine when we get our hands on the blue state data, what we're going to find? It's going to give us a platform and a trajectory to fundamentally rebuild this program, have everyone reapply for their benefit, make sure that everyone that's taking a taxpayer-funded benefit through SNAP or food stamps, that they literally are vulnerable and they can't survive without it. And that's the next step here.
Crazy. 186,000 dead people. I would have never thought the numbers would be that high. 189,000 dead people. Crazy. All right. On Friday, Attorney General Pam Bondi spoke out about the Epstein list. Listen to the questions about the Epstein list. And this guy is insinuating that the president was on the Epstein list. Listen to the way she responded.
Something else. There's been public reporting that Jeffrey Epstein showed people photos of President Trump with half-naked young women. Do you know if the FBI found those photographs in their search of Jeffrey Epstein's safe or premises or otherwise? Have you seen any such thing?
You know, Senator Whitehouse, you sit here and make salacious remarks, once again trying to slander President Trump left and right, when you're the one who was taking money from one of Epstein's closest confidants, I believe, I could be wrong, correct me, Reid Hoffman, who was with Jeffrey Epstein on multiple occasions. And the senator sitting right next to you tried to block the flight logs from being released. Yet you're grilling me on President Trump and some photograph with Epstein? Come on.
So I think she handled it the correct way, and Trump came out and said, let's release it all. Let's just release it all. And I think there's very influential people, Republican and Democrats, that are on that list. We know there's a former president that's on that list.
At least
we
one.
know.
At least
We
one.
know that Clinton is on that list. Yeah. And the more
Obama.
I read about Epstein, I believe this was a setup. I believe this was probably the Mossad that gave him a lot of money to bribe people and to set a lot of people up, because having information on people is power.
Mm-hmm.
So it could be the Mossad that did it, because going back, Epstein was not that wealthy. Maybe they caught Epstein in a compromising situation and he had no choice. I don't know. But CBS on the Sunday morning show confronts Representative Susie about the Epstein list. He's a Democrat from New York. Listen to what he had to say, cut number 4.
Can you explain the focus this past week in the House by Democrats on the Jeffrey Epstein files? Is this a tactic to distract from the failure to extract healthcare changes, or is there something else going on here? I mean, does the Speaker putting it to a vote end this issue?
I think it's a combination of factors of people shining their lights on the most the hot topic at the time. Jeffrey Epstein, of course, is an important topic. I'm sure I'll vote to release his files, but that's not my priority. My priority is to focus on the things that the American people care about: affordability, immigration, taxes, crime, and health care. That's what people are fighting about. That's what they're concerned about. That's what we should be focused on in Congress.
So basically did not answer the question. Charlemagne the God quite upset about the Epstein list and said, you know what, Republican, Democrat, it really doesn't matter. If somebody's molesting kids, we should know about it. Here's what Charlemagne the God had to say on cut number 5.
It's just funny how the news works, because Bill Clinton, wrote a letter to, Jeffrey Epstein as well for his birthday, but nobody's talking about that. And Jeffrey Epstein had a picture of Bill Clinton in a dress and high heels, in his New York mansion, but nobody's talking about that. My thing is this: I don't care who's on the list. Everybody got to go. Burn it all down.
There you go.
Like, that's just
Burn
simple
it all
as that.
down.
Mutually assured destruction. Whoever's on that list need to go. Nobody needs to be protecting pedophiles. I don't care what party they are.
No, period. And, to that point, though, Clinton is not the president right now. If he was, you think
he's not the president right now.
I think he would still be under scrutiny if he was the president right now.
No, he wouldn't, because liberal media wouldn't push the issue.
Yeah, there you go. Who cares if he's the president right now? If he's molesting underage girls, shouldn't we know about it?
He was right. They wouldn't push the issue.
Oh, no. B, we've got a phone call.
All right, let's go to the phone call. We'll come back. We'll hear from Scott Jennings and CNN about the Epstein list. We'll do that next. And also the ICE agents in North Carolina, NAACP, speaking out about that. Morning, how you doing? Where are you calling from?
Calling from the pasture. Good morning. Yes, sir.
What's going on, Frank?
Hey, Frank.
Oh, no, my sir. Going back on the Epstein list, Bill Barr's dad, he gave Epstein his first job as a math instructor teacher at a all-females girls college, and that's how he was recruited by Bill Barr's dad. And then, of course, his longtime girlfriend, her dad was a Mossad agent for Israel and for other countries too. And he was also buried with honors at the Mount of Olives. So Ghislaine Maxwell trained Epstein and Bill Barr's dad to take along where Elaine Maxwell's dad left off. So Epstein took over that. And that's how it all unraveled. So Bill Barr's dad recruited him at a real young age to be a math teacher in an all-girls college. And
But
if
I'm
you
saying
go back
none
to
of
Bill
this-
Barr's dad, Bill
None of
Barr's
this makes
dad
sense
wrote a
because
book.
Epstein was not a millionaire back in the day.
Correct. And then there was billionaires that donated to him, and after he
Mhm.
passed away, they took all their money back. So it's a money trail, and it's also a historical trail of how they work. You'll be surprised. How they recruit. They used to recruit CIA agent kids and FBI kids. That were FBI agents, and their kids would go to a whole bunch of private schools, and they would use MI6 training and a whole bunch of other trainings to brainwash them. And that's how Hinckley Jr. shot Reagan, and also that's how John Lennon got shot. Those two kids were FBI agents, and they went to the same school, and they were brainwashed. And both of them are now in the history books. They were in the same class. And one shot John Lennon, and the other one shot Ronald Reagan.
Oh, wow.
And when Ronald Reagan was shot and he survived, it was because Ronald Reagan didn't want to share his presidential powers with Bush. So Bush was a deep stater operative and a globalist. He even talked about the one world order in some of his speeches. So when Ronald Reagan didn't want to share his presidential powers with President Bush, with Bush at the time was vice president, that's as soon as he got shot, President Reagan shared his presidential powers with Bush. So it's deep and it's thick. The swamp is deep and it's
I'm
thick.
gonna look up the story about those two individuals because I want to be able to link those two. So and tomorrow we'll talk about the school that they went to. So look, our country appreciate you, Frank. Our country has been dirty in the past, no doubt. Our country has done some terrible things, but so we'll see. We'll see. We don't have to look for John F. Kennedy assassination. As I sit in Morgan City, Louisiana this morning, rich history. We passed by that hotel yesterday where the whole meeting was set up with Oswald. So it's right across the street from the big shrimp boat in Morgan City. That's what.
Wow.
So we have a history in America that will take us back.
But
so Epstein could be a whole setup.
Well, and
crazy.
If you look, Kevin, everyone who's done those kinds of things has been on one particular side.
Yeah.
Assassins and all those are on the same side.
You remember the saying, dead men can't talk?
Right. Dead men tell no tales.
Yeah. All right, we're going to take a break. Scott Jennings talks about, he was on CNN. Thank God for Scott Jennings. Listen to what they are saying on CNN, the way Scott Jennings responds about Epstein. Cut number 6.
Connections to Epstein, as shown in those emails, according to Epstein, is unsavory, and it's not good.
Is that new information that he knew Jeffrey Epstein? Is it new information that Trump excommunicated him from
Mar-a-Lago. Is it what the only new information that we got this week off those emails was that somebody from the New York Times was advising Jeffrey Epstein, and we learned tonight from the Washington Post that Jeffrey Epstein was programming Democratic members of Congress. We didn't learn anything we didn't already know about Donald Trump, which was other than Jeffrey Epstein hated Donald Trump, and now Democrats are aligning themselves with Jeffrey Epstein because Orange Man bad.
Did
That's
you read those 3 emails? They are really bad looking. Their optics are terrible. Oh my God. Okay, they're putting Trump with one.
So, yeah, I read the 3 emails, and it's a big nothing burger. It really is, and I'm suspicious about the timing of the release.
Yeah,
I really am.
I didn't
I'm
see
a little suspicious.
who was that was with him that agreed and like, no, they're not. Who was that? Do you remember?
Yeah, I don't remember, but yeah, it's a big nothing burger. All right, when we come back, we'll talk about the NAACP, big rage by ICE and Charlotte NAACP speaking out, and Jasmine Crockett letting everybody know she's black, and Michelle Obama saying people aren't ready for a woman president. We'll talk about that. And Marjorie Taylor Greene is very upset. We'll talk about taking out trash coming up shortly. And the Washington Post, big time arrest made. Washington Post. We'll talk about that. Price Oil this morning being brought to you by Rig Outfitters and the Home Store. Get covered today. They got everything to keep you warm. FR jackets, $129.99. FR hoodies, $79.99. Plus all the winter gear that you will need. I promise. Going to get cold sooner or later. FR, non-FR, they've got everything. Thermal, vest. They've got the insulated bib and coveralls. They've got portable heaters. They've got furniture, appliances, electronics, and boots starting at just $99. They've got a section of boots that all the boots are $99. Rig Outfitters in the Broadmoor Mall in Hobbs. Find them at rigoutfitters.com. Right next door is Scrub Outfitters. They have more than just scrubs. Now they have clothes from newborns to size 7. Scrub Outfitters, more than just scrubs. They are now dressing the family. Look, if you're looking for a warm coat or a cozy sweater for the little one, or infant shoes, or diaper bags, or whatever it is you're looking for, they probably have it. Plus scrubs. They've got all the clothing for children, plus scrubs. So check them out today. They're right next to Rig Outfitters in the Broadmoor Mall. Rig Outfitters, Scrub Outfitters, Broadmoor Mall. Check them out today. When we come back, we're going to talk about a burglar that broke into a home, then decided to eat a sandwich and take a nap. We'll talk about that. And how many people have registered for the free childcare in New Mexico? I'll dive into that coming up next. Number 1 movie at the box office over the weekend, Now You See Me, Now You Don't. Claimed the top spot, earned about $21.3 million during the weekend, which is not a whole bunch of money. That's not a whole bunch of money, and I have no idea what that's about.
No.
Now You See Me, Now You Don't. $21.3 million. All right, we're going to take a break coming up in just a second. Morning show this morning being brought to you by Atlas Makeup Mirror, ×1, ×5, ×10 magnification. LED lights. Travel's easy with the traveling case. 575-631-3189. AtlasMakeupMirror.com. You can order right there on the makeup on that website. And she's also on Facebook. Go to Facebook and check out all the cool videos they made. And if you've been thinking about, I need something as a stocking stuffer, maybe somebody in the office, how about the Atlas Makeup Mirror, the pocket mirrors? Yeah, $29.99 for the small one, $39.99 for the one that fits in your purse. Give Rebecca Long a call today, 575-631-3189, or go to the website, atlasmakeupmirror.com. Weather for the day, we'll get you updated with that coming up. Looking good throughout our listening area all day today. No rain or snow in sight. Monica and the text, news on the way.
I believe that old boy wanted to go to Canada as a Darren, said a texter. And Trump syndrome, but they won't classify transgender a mental issue. Shaking my dang head. Artesia Breakfast Club fan said, we had 12 years of hell under Obama and Biden, and they didn't leave.
Yeah.
Cool Hanlon said, I don't know about 6'7", but I'm good with Lord.
Apparently, it came from TikTok. Some video, some kid on TikTok is what popularized that.
Well, and they said they're okay with 6'9", 247, 365 and a quarter. The quarter covers leap year. Austin Power said 6'7" a long time ago, said a texter. B, I'm sure there are members of both parties on the list, most likely more Dems than Republicans. And why didn't the feds really investigate the Zorro Ranch in Stanley? Did you guys see the woman that killed herself released a video of her saying names? She said it was her way to make sure it got out if she died. No.
Did she kill herself? That's the bigger issue.
She was Clinton.
Dylan from Lovington says, B, did you see that Sanders finally got to play quarterback for the Browns?
I did, and I watched the video, and it was not a good day for Shadur Sanders.
Smokey in Arizona said, I say release the damn Epstein list and do not redact not one word of it. That way people can see it in its entirety and can't be said that they were covering something up for Trump. And that would be a YouTube video that explains it, said Justin. This texter said, I was at the Goddard versus Lovington football game. As a parent to one of the players, I can say I've never been as disappointed and embarrassed. The players were yelling and cussing out the referees throughout the game. And even after a bunch of unsportsman calls, the coaches didn't address the players. They stayed in the game, and it took the officials to kick the kids out for it to stop. Goddard used to be better than that. To the coaching staff, remember, you aren't just coaching players, you're training young men. Are you talking about the Goddard? Are you a parent from the Goddard side?
No idea.
I didn't understand your text.
Did you go to the
Just
game?
Clarify yourself. I did. I went to, after we did Albertsons, I got there a little
Monica's
after
got a
halftime.
skewed take on it, though.
Yeah, I'm like, are you a Lovington fan or were you? I saw when the kid got kicked out. He got his fourth personal, and then he had to be escorted out.
Did you see any of the other stuff that they're talking about?
I don't know what they were talking about, but Patrick explained to me that Goddard has a horrible reputation in every sport. Like, it's not just football, but in soccer. They play very dirty, very
Oh, I'm not saying that. That's Monica saying that. I'm not saying that.
And I'm not even I've watched.
She said her hubby or her
Yeah,
fiance
Patrick,
said that.
he's said that. Sometimes they've got really good players. He said, and sometimes they play mean and dirty and I don't know.
That's a rivalry take.
Maybe.
That's a rivalry
That's what
take.
she said. Or they said, I'm a Goddard parent. Oh, wow. Okay. So it was
She was disappointed.
Yeah.
you were disappointed in your team? Bless your heart.
We need to teach our kids better.
Amen.
Need to do better.
What ticks me off, says Papa Sherm, is when you get a friend request from a friend of yours that passed away a year or two ago. And Matt Landry said
Asking for money is worse.
the trooper was released from his job as a state trooper.
No.
Wouldn't have been
he
that
was
fast
released
either.
from his job as doing detail at Texas A&M.
Right. And being released from being a trooper would be a lot longer process.
Yeah, and by the way, they have a union. I don't think you could.
Yeah.
You could put them on leave fairly quick.
Yeah, but that's it.
This texter said, well, don't you see all the college and NFL players? They curse all the time. LOL.
It's because we didn't train them right when they were in high school.
And Lovington Patrick said, it's all good. Goddard is done. And now Lovington will play Artesia, and the Bulldogs always play with class and respect. All I know is Artesia, they've got an army of players. Bless Lovington's heart. There's like
Are they going there? Where's the game?
It'll be here in Artesia. It'll be here in Lovington. But Artesia's sideline always looks like little bitty compared to Artesia's sideline. They have so many players, like so many. I think everybody and their kid plays football in Artesia. And that's it. Oh, we've got this one. Little Jealous said, in 6 days he created the earth, and on the 7th he rested. 6-7.
Yeah. Amen. Yeah, state trooper was sent home, relieved of duty at the game, but it would be very difficult to terminate him. Yeah, I don't see anything. They're reviewing the footage. Yeah, nothing happens like that on the weekend. All right, we got a lot of things to get to already. 19 after 7. We are beyond the Breakfast Club news this morning. Being brought to you by La Tienda Thriftway. Find them in Carlsbad. Thanksgiving specials going on. Young turkeys, 89 cents a pound. Shank portion ham, $1.77 a pound. Also, spiral ham, just $1.99 a pound. Boston butt pork roast. Get it today. It's the shoulder roast for just 99 cents a pound. Broccoli, 2 bunches for $1. Also, red seedless grapes, 99 cents a pound. Get russet potatoes, 10-pound bag for $2.99. Sweet taters, 3 pounds for just $1. Also, in the deli department, get bologna for $4.99 a pound. Turkey breast, it's oven roasted for $7.99 a pound. Kobe Jack cheese for $7.49 a pound. And wheat bread starting at just $1.48 a loaf. And they've got specials going on for Thanksgiving throughout the store. Check them out today. Looking for refreshments. They've got Coke, Dr. Pepper, and Sprite. 20-pack for $9.99. Get in the La Tienda today. Try the taco bar. And don't forget, made from scratch tortillas. We're coming right back. It's already 7:20. We're beyond the Breakfast Club.
MTD Radio News, I'm Blake Ovard. A little more than 2 months ago, New Mexico Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham proudly announced the state would become the first to introduce the socialist program of free childcare for all families. And just 2 weeks into the program, Early Childhood Education Department Cabinet Secretary Elizabeth Graginski says the program is seeing an increase in the number of children cared for by the state.
Day 1, November 1, we had nearly 1,000 applications, and that was a Saturday. Many of the families, probably about 45% of them, were already eligible under the 400% of federal poverty, and we see this as another testament to why universal is so important.
The state now supports about 38,000 children, and that number is growing. To keep up with applications, the department has added 14 staff members to process those applications.
There's some backlog with our call center, obviously a lot of interest, but the team is working very diligently to clear those backlogs and make sure that families are getting the support and services that they need.
In order to fund the next year of Child Care for All program, the department is requesting $120 million from the legislature in January. And Hobbs firefighters have been operating without a contract for more than 6 months, and they've reached an agreement with the city that will be presented at Monday's Hobbs Commission meeting. Hobbs firefighters had requested a wage increase to remain more competitive with surrounding agencies to better assist with the recruitment and retention. A certified firefighter can make between $18.81 to $27.50 per hour, according to the City of Hobbs website. The Hobbs Police Department bargaining agreement is also on the agenda for Monday's commission meeting. And that's the way it is. I'm Blake Ovard. This is MTD Radio News.
Dear Friday, Toyota says, let's put good times in gear with the Tundra, Tacoma, and 4Runner. Want some cool available features? We've got power tailgates to power game days and a trailer backup guide that's the champ of the ramp. Heck, we might even cancel Monday. Toyota trucks. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Visit Permian Toyota in Hobbs today. Toyota, let's go places.
Hey, man, turn that down. Where's my keys?
Hey, what's the rush?
I'm headed to the JC to sign up for some classes.
What's the hurry? We barely graduated.
I heard classes are filling up.
So what, you're gonna be a scientist or something?
Man, I could be a welder, police officer, barber, or maybe even a nurse. They make bank.
Yeah, right.
They even have audio and video classes for you.
Really? Hold up. Let me get my keys and I'll drive.
Just roll on out to New Mexico Junior College and register at nmjc.edu today.
I was driving home from work.
I got off the bus on my way home from work.
I drive the same way every day.
I get off the same stop every day.
Driving through the intersection.
Walking through the intersection.
I didn't even see her.
I didn't even see him. Then it was too late.
When you're walking.
When you're driving.
Look for me.
Drivers, look for pedestrians. Pedestrians, look for drivers. Sponsored by NMDOT and aired in cooperation with the NMBA and this station.
Hey guys, what's really going on? Daniel Velos here at Permian Ford Lincoln, Hobbs America, 1000 North Del Paso. You guys got to come check us out. You guys got to set up your appointment. You guys got to give us a call or come by, okay? Do it now before Christmas, and you can qualify for no payments until February 2026, maybe even March. Come check us out. We're at the corner of Sanger and Del Paso here in Hobbs America.
Guns, and more guns. Available now at Benny's Western Store in Artesia. New guns, used guns, lots and lots of guns are arriving weekly at Benny's. They still have plenty of boots, hats, shirts, and jeans, as well as purses and accessories for the ladies. Don't forget that Benny's always has free gift wrapping. Benny's Western Store, 205 West Main in Artesia. What could possibly live out here is a question you've probably either asked yourself or heard from someone else. The answers are all waiting for you at the Living Desert Zoo and Garden State Park in Carlsbad. Located at the top of the Ocotillo Hills, the Living Desert will take you through a variety of habitats, from the sand hills to the arroyo, from the Pinon Juniper Zone, and through the canyonlands along the 1.3-mile self-guided tour. Features like the nocturnal exhibit, a walk through the park, including the aviary and reptile exhibit, will give you a glimpse into the hundreds of species of plants and animals adapted to the arid climate of the Chihuahuan Desert. In addition, the Succulents of the World greenhouse exhibits highly adapted plants from many parts of the world. Don't forget your souvenirs from the Visitors Center at the Living Desert Zoo and Garden State Park in Carlsbad. Open every day except Christmas Day, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., with last entrance being at 3:30. Visit livingdesertnm.org or call 575-887-5516 for more information. Paid for by City of Carlsbad Lodgers Tax.
This show is powered by Permian Ford. Stop by and see Daniel Velos today.
Snooze. Need more snooze.
Be in the Breakfast Club. Substantial penalty for early withdrawal. Listen to the end, because you might, miss something. Be part of the show. Call 877-396-W105.
This is not headline news. The SAG Awards will now be called the Actor Awards presented by SAG-AFTRA. Viewers of the SAG Awards will still be called nobody. Yelling at seagulls could get them to stop stealing your food. Yelling at a flock of seagulls will make them play their hit. Spotify is adding music videos. What's a music video? Asked MTV viewers. And a new study shows Neanderthals never went extinct. Their evidence? The UFC. This is not headline news.
It is already 7:27 things that happen on this date in history. Taking out the trash. National anthem and the pledge on the way. Another day in paradise. We didn't do the price of oil this morning, being brought to you by our buddies down at www.rv3.com, 988-0392. Give them a call today. 162 RV hookups, 30 and 50 amps available. All one low price. Includes all your utilities and high-speed internet. Plus, they're very well lit up. Check them out today. Give them a call, 988-0392. Or www.rv3.com for more information.
West Texas Intermediate checking in right now at $60.08. Brent crude is at $64.41. Those are within a couple of cents of what they were. Natural gas is down about 12 cents at $4.44, and the wholesale cost on a gallon of gasoline, $2 flat this morning. Kevin?
All right, 728. Study shows that people that typically gain 1 or 2 pounds in the colder months as the body cranks up the calorie cravings because the temperatures are dropping. Those are baby numbers. Yeah, I mean, typically I will gain, every time I come to Louisiana, I can gain up to 10 pounds. And I started off yesterday right. No, we started off as we left Lovington Saturday morning. The wife said, stop at the donut lady. The donut lady. Get a dozen donuts for the ride. And I think there's 2 donuts left. That's it. So, yeah. So these guys, and then I'll take it off fairly quick. But, yeah, winter pounds. Monica, you gain any weight for the winter? Of course, we haven't had winter.
Well, No, but I have gained. Ugh, I don't want to admit that. I don't know how much, though. I can just tell in my stretchy pants.
Spock is like, I'm not even looking at the scale. There's one right behind you.
I know.
Or in front of you.
Hey.
She's like, I'm not even looking at it.
How are you doing on your push-ups? What's your count?
I'm still doing, I missed yesterday, so I need to do 120 today. I did do Friday. So Friday I did those on camera. So I don't know. I'm just doing 66 a day, and that should get me to where I'm supposed to be. Over 2,000.
We're at about 1,000, according to the calculator, 1,056 through yesterday. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I do 3 sets of 22.
Well, I'm gonna start stair stepping. That's what I'm believing I'm gonna get for Christmas. One of those I told
What
you
you gonna get?
those little stair stepper things on TikTok.
Yeah, get yourself a treadmill. I got the wife a treadmill in the Philippines off of TikTok, and it actually works fine. Good.
It still works?
Yeah.
No,
I got the squat machine off of TikTok,
That's
and
what I want
it's
too. I
good.
want the squat machine. I'm working on the
Yeah,
rear.
because that will work. Yeah, that will work the butt and the legs, the squat machine. So, yeah.
All right. Yeah.
And I mean, you don't have to do much to do a little bit in the beginning and then keep on going. That's the goal. Boston University student has sparked outrage again after boasting that he had called ICE on a local car wash, leading to a raid that they actually arrested 9 people. According to the Boston car wash, in November is honestly probably the worst conditions to be in a. I would think in Boston, the worst month of all is being at a car wash in November
or February.
Yeah. I'm just thinking, damn, November, December at a car wash, their business has got to go to crap to begin with. And then they're plucking off all their people. Yeah, that's not good.
No.
Grammy-winning singer Dave Burgess passed away. Passed away at 90, probably best known for Tequila, the song Tequila. Yeah, that's what he's best known for. And just a couple of reminders. If you're visiting Dubai, if you take a selfie, post it on Facebook, and there's a stranger in the background, you could be fined over $1,000. So just a reminder, if you're ever going to Dubai, make sure nobody is in the background of the picture, because in Dubai, that's a privacy violation. That if somebody else is in that picture, and they press charges against you, that could be $1,000 fine.
You know, I guess that's a good marketing ploy for the Google Pixel phone, where you can just circle people in the background and it takes them out.
Yeah, and remove them. It's actually an app for the iPhone that will do that.
Wow.
Yeah, you can. So say you were married for many, many years and you like some of the pictures, but there's somebody else in the picture.
Yeah.
You can remove them from the picture.
So you just holding your arm out in space?
Yeah, it's like this. It's like this lasso that you do, kind of like back in
like on Photoshop.
Photoshop, and it lassos the other person, and then you can dissect them and move them out of the picture. Yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool. Like they never existed before.
Wow.
Except your pocketbook is gone. At least half of it. But they're gone. Sometimes it's just worth it. I mean, give them half your money and be done. 39-year-old woman. Yeah, has a 39-year-old. You know, when I first saw this story, I'm like, this got to be a dude. Nope, not a dude. Yeah. And when I saw the name, I was like, Cashel Boyd. That could be a dude, maybe. 39-year-old woman arrested and now facing charges in Las Cruces after she allegedly broke into a home, took a shower, ate a sandwich, then took a nap. Yeah, they only to be discovered by the resident.
Goldilocks.
39-year-old Cashel Boyd arrested in Las Cruces, now facing breaking and entering charges. According to court documents, Boyd used a credit card to jimmy a lock and gain entrance to the home. Once inside, she took a shower, cleaned the bathroom, ate some tater chips and a sandwich, and then took a nap. But at least she cleaned up the bathroom. She's like, all this, it looks like mold. I don't know if it's mold. I mean, I clean it before I take a shower. And, when you're on meth, I'm not saying she was on meth, but I mean, she's got a lot of energy. And she, cleaned the kitchen, cleaned everything, and then made her a sandwich. Anyway, she was later arrested. You know what makes it worse? I think the people were they at the house? Oh, they saw it through the camera. And then when they arrived home, they found her, and she spent about 20 minutes at the home. They saw the whole thing on the video cameras.
That sandwich was just right.
Yeah, and put her right to sleep. Crazy. Thousands of people are registering for free childcare. So 2 weeks into the program to give all children free health care, universal child care. Anything with the word universal on it, I tend not to want. So 2 months after the governor made that announcement, we've got a lot of people, thousands of people signing up for universal health care. By the way, before the launch, the state supported about 33,000 children. Now another 5,000 kids can enroll. So is this really that big of a deal? Because the state was already offering free childcare before.
Well, no, this is the first time that the state has offered the program of anyone who has a child that we will take that child in and indoctrinate them for you. Please give them to us early.
Well, this program, but we were already giving vouchers for free childcare. 33,000 kids.
Yeah, but it wasn't
were already receiving. It wasn't this program.
No, it wasn't, and it wasn't enough. 33,000. They want them all because how else are they going to get to them?
They've added another 5,000 kids onto the program, and so they want all the kids to be in.
Yes, and they have they've only added 5,000 because that's all they've got to so far. They put another 14 staff members in to process everything. And
so 14 staff members at 5,000 applications.
Well, no. They had more applications than that. And they have like 150 new places that want to be child care centers to get that money from the government. And Monica, you were telling me about someone.
They need to start senior child care. Senior, they have that in Texas.
Yep.
Yeah.
Senior care. Where? Go ahead, Monica.
I apologize, Kevin. So my daughter works at a daycare in Hobbs, and they had a meeting or whatever, because their boss was explaining to them that they were all going to get raises with the new child care or whatever. And she went from making $16 an hour to $20 an hour. Everybody across the board got raises. They're all making $20 an hour. I thought that's incredible. But then she's like, yeah, but we're going to get more kids. And I'm like, well, obviously. So we'll see. We'll see how many more kids they can fit in there, because I don't know their capacity or what.
Well, like I said, they have a big backlog of new centers wanting to take children too.
Wow.
And want a piece of that pie.
Well, and I mean,
$120 million.
If it's actually for people going to work, but I actually know a couple people that are on SNAP that don't work and still send their kids to daycare.
Right.
And I'm like, why would you send the kids to daycare? And because they don't want to take care of their own kids. They need a break from their own kids.
And there's a point there too of, you think about, she's went from $16 to $20 an hour. And we have firefighters like in Hobbs that are trying to redo their contract that make less than that.
Yeah.
Wow.
So what would you rather have, a babysitter making that money or a firefighter making that money?
So what is it called in Texas? Because this was another big deal in Texas. They would do adult daycare. Yeah, Texas adult daycare, where they would bring people in, people would go,
Seniors.
and then they discovered that the nursing home was actually sending people to the adult daycare so that they didn't have to worry about them during the day. And they were already getting paid somebody was getting paid to take care of the seniors at the nursing home, but then they would send them to the. So Texas does have adult daycares. I'm sure the governor will do that next.
Oh,
I'm sure.
I mean, if it's a socialist program, she wants to be the one responsible for launching it.
Yeah, it's a lot of federal money that is just laying out there. Tim Keller got brutally attacked about, crime's going down. We played that cut the other day. Crime is not going down in Albuquerque. If you say crime is down from 2023 to 24, maybe we'll go along with that. But the crime rate, the murder rate in Albuquerque is actually way up. If you look at, just go as far back as 2019 or 2020, the numbers are ridiculous. So crime is not down in Albuquerque.
No.
So Keller got hammered on social media over that. Unbelievable. Man arrested more than 70 times since 2022 is now in federal custody. Neil Garcia of Las Cruces arrested 70 times since 2022. Figure that out. How many times has he been arrested per year on average? Federal prosecutors stepped in. This guy has multiple shoplifting cases. It's sad in New Mexico that the feds have to come in and put some bite into these laws.
Right.
Because our laws are so bad. Pretty sad. Pretty sad. James Borrego. I don't know if that name rings a bell. He's from New Mexico.
James Borrego. The last name does.
So James Borrego is a native of Albuquerque, landed the new job in the NBA. He is the head coach, interim head coach for the New Orleans Pelicans, and from New Mexico, from Albuquerque area, and will take over the job as the Pelicans head coach. President Trump scrapping the tariff plans for beef and coffee and tropical fruit. So try to lower the prices at the grocery stores. That's the plan. So lowering the prices is a big plan. Yeah. And Google investing $40 billion into Texas, another data center going up, a major AI push, and another data center coming to the Southwest.
Man,
this time in the Panhandle, Armstrong County.
Yeah, where there's not much.
Already.
There's not.
Yeah, there's no water there.
No, and
Haskell County.
But there's not enough people to oppose it. And that's part of the problem is they're catching all these people off guard. Like you don't want one of those in your area. You don't.
Yeah.
Because it's going to take all the energy, all the water, and you're going to be left with nothing.
Armstrong County and Panhandle and Haskell County, which is near Abilene, are two counties where they have already built these data centers. So Google investing $40 billion. And look, we got the same situation in New Mexico where these data centers are open up. Look, in Doñana County, they gave all water rights up.
Yes.
For the data center coming.
That's what I'm saying.
In a state where we don't have a lot of water.
And yeah, they pay the government for those water rights, and they will take them from the individuals who live in those areas, and they will buy up real estate, and they will move you out and put a data center in.
So correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't Doñana County already have water restrictions in place from, I would think last year and probably this year. This year's a little better. We've had a little bit more rain, but yeah, that's an issue. One more story, Monica, then we'll get to you. Democratic Congressman from California, Brad Sherman, is in damage control mode after he was looking at pornography on a plane. Yes, on a plane. He was he was on his iPad on a plane, and people were able to take a picture of the encounter with the pornography. On the plane. 71 years old, and is a Democrat. You know who he blamed for the whole thing? The story was leaked on X. And he blamed Elon Musk.
Of course.
No, blame yourself for looking at porn on a plane.
Well, they don't ever blame themselves. They don't have any personal responsibility.
Blame yourself. Blame yourself. Oh, let me tell you about this story, then we'll get to the text. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent on the Sunday morning programs said that working families would receive the $200 tariff checks proposed by President Trump if it is approved by the Supreme Court. So the Supreme Court, if they do not fight President Trump on those tariffs, they are going to send $2,000 to most Americans. And here's the setback, that if you make over $150,000 a year, you will not get your $2,000
per family or per person.
Yeah, well, 75 for single people, $150,000 for married couples.
Okay.
So you make over 150, you will not make that money.
I'm kind of okay with that, because the majority of the people that need that money fall in that group.
We're giving money away. I don't want to cut anybody out, because there are families that, make, say, 160,000.
Mm.
And maybe they need the money just as bad as I need the money.
Okay.
I mean, if we're doing a giveaway program,
well,
I think everybody should get the money.
They're cutting out a lot of people from California.
Maybe
in New York City. I mean, things where salaries are higher because the cost of living is higher.
Yeah. Maybe.
I mean, you think about that. There's a bunch of different ways to look at that when you start analyzing it below the surface.
I just don't think we should cut people out based on how much money they make. I mean, if we're going to hand money out, if this is a welfare program, then we all get a piece of the pie. I mean, when they gave COVID money out, they didn't say if you made so much money you were excluded, did they?
No. But I think I think it's Trump's way and their way of saying, look, we're not giving this to rich people. And where do you draw the line? I get what you're saying, but where do you draw the line? 200,000, 300,000, 400,000?
I think you give it to them and let people give their own money away to charity.
Well, Democrats are never going to do that.
Well, and they'll have to live with the consequences, I guess. All right, take it out trash. We'll get to that in a second. Morning show this morning being brought to you by State Representative Randy Pettigrew, reminding you that the governor continues to attack our way of life. Man, the governor has not seen $1 she didn't like to give away. She has never seen $1 she didn't like to give away. Never happens. Look, our representative, District 61, Randy Pettigrew, continuing to fight against the governor and this socialist takeover in America. He's going to do his best to fight for people that he represents in District 61. Look, he's never forgotten the people that continuously send him to Santa Fe in District 61. By the way, if you're in District 61, you're lucky. Hey, if you want to get a copy of his newsletter, even if you're not in District 61, not a problem. Go sign up today at randallpettigrew.com. Message paid for it by Randy Pettigrew. 747. Monica and the text, taking out the trash on the way.
The number 6-7 in the Bible most often refers to Psalm 6-7, a prayer for God to bless his people so that other nations would recognize and pray God's salvation. That's what a texter sent in. And I don't know what you mean by this, Jody Jackson, but he sent in a periodic table. Picture of a periodic table. Jeffro said, "Run, you sissies, run." I don't know what he was referring to. Where we're at in the show. Let's see. Texas Tower Dog sent in a text of a Muslim man giving reference to what they believe 6-7 meant. Saint Angry. Let's see.
Well, what is it?
Saint Angry said it's for 6-7 is for holmium. Am I saying that right? Now I know what Jody Jackson means by sending in the periodic table. The element number 6-7 of the periodic table is for holmium. HOLMIUM. I'm not science. Jay in the Patch said, I would bet that the media and the stars are going to try to push assault charges on that officer. And Thea Cordy said, Monica, mija, maybe we get to meet at the Lovington game. My grandson is number 21, Tootie McNeil, Bulldogs. Yes, Thea Cordy.
Tootie.
Please, 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 please. I want to meet you. I have to meet you.
Little Tootie.
Look at the UFC fighters from Dagestan. They definitely look like Neanderthals.
Oh, yeah.
This texter
Didn't
said,
they fight? One of them fought this weekend.
No sé. I live in Carlsbad and my kids go to the Head Start here. They are going to go all year round because somebody in Albuquerque bought them out, and they will only have 2 weeks off in July, I believe, so far for the Head Start program. And Kevin, so in reference to the scale, now Monica is becoming Tomica. Tom never wanted to weigh himself. Okay.
Dude, she's a chick.
Monica's running from
You
that
don't make
damn scale.
chicks weigh themselves.
I don't mind.
No, I'm just saying that's socially, that's not a good thing.
Thumper, you come get on this damn scale. See how much you weigh, Thumper. How did the food drive turn out this weekend? Said Skinny Randy.
Awesome. Awesome. Everything was awesome.
Never give up your water
People
rights.
gave. Awesome.
It's the most important mineral on Earth. $1.50 for a
saying.
family every year ain't that much these days. And if you're making $160,000, why would you need the money? Explain, B.
Because I just don't believe, I'm not digging into people's pocketbooks. And one family might have expenses that other families don't have. So if they make more money, they're still at the same playing field. I just don't believe if we're giving money out, I think we should give it out to every American citizen. And I did say citizen.
Well, I get it.
Tim K says the taboos surrounding photography in Arabic countries go back over 100 years. Their laws against photographing strangers may claim privacy protection, but many are rooted in superstition. For example, some believe that if they appear in a photo between two other people, they will die. Also, some believe that a person's soul can be trapped in a photo. Sam at Tater says, if I have to live in a nursing home, I want to go to the one on Landman.
Look, some places are pretty good. The problem with nursing homes is that nursing homes, assisted living facilities, are anywhere from $4,000 to $9,000 a month.
Oh, I thought he was talking about the one from last night. That's a different. The girl that plays his wife on Landman. That was the girl on Final Destination.
Is her name Allie?
I don't remember what her name is, but yeah.
She's
surgically enhanced.
Maybe.
Yeah, nursing homes are expensive.
They're going to go off of last year's tax returns. What if you made $150 last year and you're unemployed this year?
Yeah, I get it. But there's got to be some barometer that they look at to figure that out. So, and tax returns, I get it. And there might be a way that you can come back and prove that you're not making money this year and get it. I don't know.
Tariff money should go to working Americans and elderly and disabled Americans only. Earlier, y'all said that cop was giving tickets for saying 6'7". Wouldn't that be an easy lawsuit against the First Amendment?
Wait,
6'7" is the HO and the demon.
Well, that's like, I mean, if you say, cuss, maybe they're giving tickets away from cussing. That's not a violation, of the First Amendment, so to speak.
Jules says, good morning, guys and gal. I'm just tuning in. Have y'all seen the story about the Texas State Trooper at the Texas A&M game? Yes. No one.
We talked about it.
No one who makes $160,000 needs that $2,000. If you're that irresponsible with that salary,
I mean, where do we draw the line? 100? I mean, where seriously,
That's what I'm
if you
saying.
make 150,000 and live in even Albuquerque, where rent is probably 4,000 a month,
Well,
to live in a decent place.
Well, I was going to say there's
100,000 don't go far.
There's lots of places here in Southeast New Mexico. The average rent is well over 2,000.
yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So where do we draw the line? 100,000 is not a whole bunch of money nowadays.
I don't know. And that was my question. Like, where do you draw the line?
Yeah, I don't know where we draw the line.
Here's a good one. I'm over the 150 mark, but I have 3 children. 2 are in college. You think that we couldn't use that $2,000? Sure could.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying I don't think that there should be a line drawn. And you know what? If you make a lot of money, then give your money away. You know, if you get that 2,000, give it to somebody that needs it.
Earlier, y'all said that cop was okay. They read that one, and I hope the illegals don't get any of that money," said Patricia from.
Well, it said American citizens, so I'm taking it citizens only.
We're hoping.
I would think. I'm hoping. Mexican gray wolf returning to its designated area after traveling north. The problem with this story is we're never going to be able to control the wolves. Or any other albums because they're gonna migrate where they think it's best to live.
Well, he was going because he wanted to mate.
Well, and that could be it. There are no hot chicks where he lives, so they actually brought it back where they think it should be. And you know, when human beings meddle, then here lies the problem. And I guarantee you, watch, it's going to probably go back where it thinks it should be. No doubt. Zuni man has been arrested to sentenced 72 months in prison for the death of another man in February of 2023. Joey Lorkey, 25, previously pled guilty to involuntary manslaughter. According to court records, Lorkey stabbed a victim in the neck during an argument at a residence. Police officers responded. They found the victim outside the residence, and the victim was taken to a local hospital, died the next day. Lurkey is going to get 10 years in prison and then 1 year supervised release. That makes me feel so much better that, you know, violent tendencies of stabbing and killing somebody, and they get out 72 months in prison. 72 months in prison, 1 year supervised release. Makes me feel better, so much better to feel that. I mean, as I look at this story, makes me feel better. Looks like Bill Ackerman is unveiling a plan for a mortgage giant Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac this week that could lighten the load for people. I don't know if this is going to be the 50-year mortgage or whatever, but supposedly that information coming out this week. And the U.S. is in the battle with China for the skies. Stealth bombers that are actually working along with AI-enabled drones. So America fighting to be the first in the race. By the way, U.S. charging ahead with their brand new F-47 fighter jet, and China scrambling to design a jet that looks a whole bunch like that one. Wikipedia, Monica. Changing articles about Jesus.
Oh, no.
Yeah, to reflect bias when it comes to mentioning Jesus. R. Charlie Kirk. This is the problem with the Wikipedia.
Amen.
People fact check on Wikipedia all the time, and it's not really a good.
No.
It's not really a good source.
No. That's why journalists don't use it to fact check things, because anyone can change it. I can go in there and change. Say, Kevin, you have an entry about you. And if I get mad at you, I can go in there and I can edit it. And it takes you a long time to fix it.
Oh, yeah, it takes forever. Under the headline homosexuality, it actually redirects from gay Jesus searches to homosexuality.
Oh, my gosh.
Yes. So Wikipedia is not a good source.
No.
I got some good news, though, this morning. Crackstar, who protested the transgender athlete, finally got her medal after having to file a lawsuit. So this
Amen.
happened. Alexa Anderson stepped off the podium after the transgender biological male won the gold medal. She stepped off the platform, and it took her forever. She actually had to take him to court to get her medal because they didn't want to give her a medal after she walked off the podium because she didn't want to stand up there with a liar. Guy saying he's a girl and everybody embracing the idea. This happened in Oregon. Finally got her medal. By the way, she has since moved on to college. Tragedy. And another tragedy, Chris Boyd of the Jets, New York Jets, in critical condition after being wounded in New York City in a shooting. The Jets cornerback was wounded in that shooting early in New York City. That happened Sunday morning after multiple people reporting that he suffered a gunshot wound. He's 29 years of age. He is listed in Belleville Hospital in critical condition. Our number 877-396-W105. Monica and the text will get to taking out trash, things that happened on this date in history. Straight up 8 o'clock right now.
Jimmy said, "What a bunch of crap. Last year I made $78,000, so I guess I'm rich." Brian Worthington said, "I think parents should tell the kids that they figured out what 6'7" means and tell them that it means they are something." Spider said, "I could use 2,000 and we make over 150,000." That editor chick said, "Y'all, there's no meaning behind 6'7". It's a running joke from kids. It's not a secret or anything like that. Just remember all the weird stuff you thought was hilarious as a teenager. For example, from my teen years, you all just lost the game." Yeah, understandable.
It's just to aggravate people is what it is.
And then let's see. Gary from the Patch said, "Way to go. Hobbs Eagles are going to state." Do you think so?
Awesome.
I don't think they're going to state.
They won their game on Friday.
I didn't see any of the games, so I don't know.
Yeah, they won the game on Friday. I did see that.
Just because they won, I didn't know how many they play. You know, I mean, I didn't see how they played it.
I mean, it's just saying they're going this. They're advancing in the playoffs.
Okay. Let's see. And Sphincter Speaker, you ready? He
Now
said,
go ahead, please.
He said, "Hey, Dune, all-time favorite book. I read it once every 2 years. The third movie will be Dune Messiah. Y'all should read it. You could compare it to today's MAGA movement. Beware of the charismatic leader." And then
That's not what it was about.
they sent in another text and said, "You guys can put that $2,000 next to the $5,000 you got from Doge."
What 5? What are you talking about?
Well, if judges would stop getting in the way of the cuts, you'd have got your money, and it wasn't $5,000 that you were supposed to get from Doge. Liar.
I'm just shocked that he says he read a book.
Well, good.
I'm shocked.
I'm sure he reads often. Does he read the right shite? Nope.
Yeah, Dune's good. That's a good series.
Take all the tariff money and reopen mental hospitals for the libtards and the trannies.
3/4 of the people in mental facilities are in mental facilities because of Trump derangement syndrome. We did that story this morning. It was awesome.
I would never let somebody have that much power over me or control over me, like to mess me up that bad. There's no way. 6, 7.
All right, when we come back, we'll get to NAACP, very upset about what's going on in Charlotte. And Jasmine Crockett saying she's a black woman. I'm glad she told me because I wouldn't have known if she wouldn't have told me. Yeah, I had no idea. All right, 8:03, taking out trash this morning, being brought to you by Trash Eaters, trash-eaters.com. Trash pickup, they have the 96-gallon Polycard for residential trash pickup. Call them today. 2- and 4-yard metal dumpsters for the roll-off for the commercial customers, and the big roll-off containers. They've got those too. 575-408-1719. Call Kayleen today. Crash-eaters.com. Well, it is official now. Marjorie Taylor Greene is a drama queen, no doubt. Yeah, she went on the State of the Union on CNN on Sunday morning program. Donald Trump spoke out on Saturday saying she was a traitor to the Republican Party. And by the way, Marjorie Taylor Greene saying, calling me a traitor has put my life in danger. Dana Bash, of course, the interviewer, said, as you have heard, and I know you saw it, President Trump says he's withdrawn support for you and encouraging the primary challengers to step up. You were one of his biggest supporters, and he was one of your biggest supporters. Marjorie Taylor Greene saying, I stood with the president when virtually no one else did, campaigned all over the country for him, spent millions of my own money helping him get elected, and I think that I am incredibly important. You're incredibly important. Wow. And I do support him and his administration, but I think he has put my life in danger by saying I was a traitor. Said you were a traitor to the party, not saying that you're a traitor to the country. That's two different things. Marjorie Taylor Greene, Little Miss Drama Queen. By the way, I used to support you too.
You still think she's fine?
I think she's hot, but in a very distant way. Taking out trash, being brought to you by our buddies at Crash Eaters. All right, we're going to get you updated with news, plus national anthem and our pledge coming up in just a second. Chicago property owners are very upset. We'll talk about that story coming up this morning. Also, President Trump revealing Maduro from Venezuela wants to talk. And Hunter Biden urging Democrats to turn up the temperature. We'll talk about that. And flight restrictions, looks like those are going away. I'll tell you the complete story coming up shortly. 8:06, we're Beyond the Breakfast Club. Things that happen on this date in history being brought to you by our buddies at 2A Tactical Firearms, indoor firing range, 236 East Navajo and Hobbs. Veteran-owned and operated, large selection of firearms, state-of-the-art indoor firing range. They've got you covered. Hey, if you want to shoot, not a problem. They offer a monthly membership, or you can pay by the hour. And that includes the Milo FBI training simulator with over 1,000 different scenarios. Want to practice your skills, maybe carjacking, want to make sure that you can protect yourself and your family? You can do that. Or maybe home invasion. Yeah, they've got you covered with that too. Check them out today. Plus, they have the largest selection of guns. They offer gun financing and all the accessories, suppressors. They've got, of course, optics. Thinking about getting a brand new rig? Not a problem. 2atacticalrange.com, 236 East Navajo and Hobbs. Proud sponsor of things that happen on this date in history.
So on this day in 1800, Congress held its first session in Washington, D.C. It was in the partially completed Capitol building. And in 1869, the Suez Canal opened in Egypt. That's a hint, Monica. What did it connect?
Canal.
Yeah, what did the canal connect?
I don't know.
The Mediterranean and Red Seas. Okay. And in 1940, the Green Bay Packers became the first NFL team to travel by airplane.
Oh, nice.
In 1959, synthetic diamonds were made for the first time. I'm sure that was under a lot of pressure. And in 1968, a great moment in television history. NBC upset football fans by cutting away from the final minutes of the Jets-Raiders game and started showing the movie Heidi. Viewers were mad because the Raiders made a come-from-behind win against the Jets 43-32, and no one got to see it. But in 1973, President Richard Nixon made his famous speech in which he said, Kevin, what did he say?
I don't know. I'm just sitting back down. I went to check on Mom. I heard her.
Sorry. He went and said, I am not a crook. Birthdays today. Actress Rachel McAdams. Monica? She's 47 today. Time Traveler's wife.
Okay.
And a bunch of other stuff, too. Usually rom-com stuff. Okay. She was born in Canada. She's the daughter of a nurse and a truck driver. Kind of cool. Oh. Tom Ellis is 47. He is Lucifer. Daisy Fuentes turns 59 today.
Daisy Fuentes is 59?
Mm-hmm. What was she on?
She was on an MTV show.
She was on MTV, yeah. Mm-hmm. Apparently she was also on America's Funniest Home Videos at some point.
Really?
RuPaul is walking down his 65th birthday today. His real name, RuPaul Andre Charles.
Andre?
I'm sure he's planning a fabulous birthday.
Sashay Chaté. That's who I got, Sashay Chaté.
He seems tired lately, you know. At least last time I saw him on anything, he looked dragged. You're welcome. Mary Elizabeth Mastra Antonio, one of those names that's fun to say, is 67 today. Been in a lot of stuff. She was Al Pacino's sister in Scarface. She was made Marion in Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves with Kevin Costner. She was Kelly Burkhart on the show Grimm, if you remember that show.
Gotcha.
And the soul of Saturday Night Live, if it had one, would be Lorne Michaels. He is 81 today. Yep, his party will last probably 90 minutes, and only 3 of them will be funny. It's Danny DeVito's birthday as well. They say he's 81 today. That's one of the few parties you'll go to where the birthday boy is shorter than the candles. And director Martin Scorsese is 83 today. His financial advisor highly recommends he doesn't make any more movies. Some folks no longer with us today. We have Canadian-born Gordon Lightfoot.
Sundown, you better take care if I find you been creeping round my back stairs.
He left us in 2023. Tom Seaver, of course, Hall of Fame pitcher, known as Tom Terrific, left us in 2020. Stanley Cohen, which was a biochemist who won the Nobel Prize for discovery of epidermal growth factor, left us in 85. And probably one of the more famous actors, Rock Hudson, left us in 1985. And if today is your birthday, happy birthday to you, or your anniversary, happy anniversary to you. Kevin?
All right, already 8:11. We're going to take a break. Before we take our break, our national anthem and our pledge this morning being brought to you by Rebecca Long, your Farmers insurance agent, has been with Farmers now since she was 19 years of age. That's 40 plus years ago. She's still ready to help you. You have a quote that needs to be taken care of. She can bundle all your insurance together and send that to you. Home, auto, life insurance, commercial insurance, recreational insurance. She can take care of everything. She's located in Hobbs, but rest assured she serves the entire state of New Mexico. 575-393-2661. Call Rebecca Long today, serving the entire state. Your Farmers insurance agent, Rebecca Long, proud sponsor of the national anthem and the pledge.
Hi, my name is Cooper, and I'm from College Lane Elementary, and I'm going to be saying the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free in the home of the brave.
God bless America. God bless you. Large prayer this morning being brought to you by Judah Oil, reminding you God is in complete control.
Today's verse of the day is from 5:1, and it says, "Follow God's example, therefore, as dearly loved children, and walk in the way of love."
Hi, this is Felicia Bowen with Judah Oil. Please join me in our Lord's Prayer. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen.
Get you updated with all the news. Already 15 after 8. We're beyond the Breakfast Club. News this morning being brought to you by Luke Ragsdale, Ragsdale Law Firm, reminding you accidents happen when you least expect it. And when they do, you need a trusted law firm to take care of you. Ragsdale Law Firm, specializing in car accidents, personal injury, medical malpractice, and all field accidents. They're based in Roswell, serving the entire state every step of the way. They offer free consultation, and you never pay until they win your case. Luke Ragsdale, 575-208-5300. Find him online, ragsdalelawfirm.com. We're coming right back. Good news of the day, boob of the day, and more on the way. 15 after 8. We're being the Breakfast Club.
Fox News, I'm Therese Crowley. Your choice as Americans pick their health care plans for next year. The House is back from the government shutdown with health care atop the agenda there. President Trump wants to take the billions that Obamacare would pay to insurance companies and give it direct to consumers to buy their own plans. The GOP's Florida Rep. Anna Paulina Luna tells Fox.
Part of the reason why this hasn't been reformed over so many years is because of the fact that a majority of Congress is bought and paid for. So I think the president's perspective is brilliant.
And the air traffic system recovers from another government shutdown hangover. As of today, the FAA has ended all mandated flight cancellations. O.J. Simpson's estate has officially agreed to pay out $58 million for the wrongful death of Ron Goldman, 31 years after the Brentwood murders of Goldman and O.J.'s ex-wife, Nicole. The NFL star died last year after paying almost nothing on the judgment. America's listening to Fox News.
Michael's Prescription Corner is your one-stop shop for all of your medication needs. Whether you're under the weather or just need your med refills while you're on the road, Oilfield, we're talking to you. The team at Michael's can get you filled and on your way. With 4 locations serving Lee County, it's guaranteed hometown service with a smile you can count on. Michael's Prescription Corner is located in Lovington, Hobbs, Eunice, and now open in Chow. Visit michaelsrxcorner.com for all location information or simply download their app to submit your refills today. Michael's Prescription Corner, proudly serving all of Lee County.
Hey guys, what's up? What's really going on is Daniel Velos here at Permian Ford Lincoln, 1000 North Del Paso, and we are here inviting you guys to sign up and get yourself one of the first 100 vouchers for our free consultation for our COVID credit forgiveness. That program right now is designed, you come in one-on-one and make some time to talk to us, and we'll get you going on a new ride, maybe a new term, maybe a better payment. Right here, corner of Sanger and Bender, here in Hobbs, America. Permian Ford.
Make sure you and the crew are rigged up with a full set of work gear from Rig Outfitters and the home store in Hobbs. Brands like Wrangler, Rocky, Timberland, Rasco, Durango, and Bulwark FR, just to name a couple of the big ones. Hard hats, safety vests, boots, and everything FR. Choose from a full line of Arctic coolers, jugs, and mugs to keep everything to temperature on the job site. From head to toe, Rig Outfitters in the home store has you safely covered. 1401 North Turner in Hobbs.
inside the Broadmoor Mall.
Your call is very important.
Still waiting on your cable company to care? With slow speeds and hidden fees, maybe it's time to pull the plug. Kinetic gives you 100% fiber and gig speeds with 25 times faster uploads than cable. Local service that actually shows up, and clear pricing that isn't there to surprise you. So ditch cable and connect with the right crowd. Get up to $200 when you switch. Visit GoKinetic.com. Kinetic. Internet better. Subject to availability. Terms and conditions apply.
Dear crew, it's Toyota. With an adult-sized third row, everyone's welcome in the Grand Highlander. From sports fans to eco-buffs and movie fans. Sink back in the Sienna with an available rear seat entertainment system. Slip into the RAV4 with available all-wheel drive, and let's go. Toyota. Find yours at toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
Visit Permian Toyota in Hobbs today. Toyota, let's go places.
No matter when, no matter where, no matter what. Now open in Roswell, Nomad provides the highest quality full line of organic products and the friendliest, most educated staff in Southeast New Mexico. Find the Nomad crash site at 3606 North Main. They can guide the first-time nervous customer, as well as cater to connoisseurs and medical patients. You can stop by Nomad's one-of-a-kind retail location at 3606 North Main in Roswell. Reach for the top shelf today at Nomad.
This is Davis Smith, the Guerrilla Lawyer, and I'm talking to you from my office on 3130 North Grimes in Hobbs, New Mexico. Our office has exploded with new clients. And do you know why? Fast settlements, fantastic customer service, and man, we love paying our clients money. If you get injured in a car wreck, you come see the Gorilla. Remember, if you get injured, you get the Gorilla.
Visit 3130 North Grimes or call 575-964-2720. That's 964-2720.
Getting you ready for the holidays, there's big pre-Thanksgiving savings this week at Bob's Ridgeway. Butterball turkeys, 10 pounds and up, $1.89 a pound. Cornish game hens, $1.79 a pound. 2-pound bag of rocket apples, just $2.99. Fancy ears of corn, 2 for $1. Get big savings on Plains Dairy Heavy Whipping Cream, 32 ounce, just $5.48. Also specials on Half and Half Food Club whipped topping and your Craven flavored pies, the big 38 ounce, just $5.98. These are just a few of the big pre-Thanksgiving savings this week at Bob's Ridgeway, where for the last 50 Thanksgivings, your grocery dollar's always gone farther. 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
This show is powered by Permian Ford. Stop by and see Daniel Bellis today. Be in the Breakfast Club, harassing the world courtesy of a bad childhood.
Take the children and get them out of here.
Call or text now, 877-396-W105 to talk to Be in the Breakfast Club.
What I say is what I say.
Alrighty, 821. We are B and the Breakfast Club. Have you guys seen the story that's getting a lot of people speaking out about the young man who was a Purple Heart awardee that was deported last week? Yeah, he was deported back to Mexico on Friday. So Colorado combat veteran, earned a Purple Heart, but later went on to be charged with murder and was sent to jail and then deported because he was a non-citizen. His deportation raising a lot of questions about veterans that aren't U.S. citizens. My bigger question is, why didn't you apply for citizenship while you were in the military? There's a pathway to citizenship. Why didn't you do your paperwork? But he was deported after completing his sentence. In 2008, he was convicted of attempted murder, attempted first-degree murder, and menacing. And he did serve in our military and enlisted in the Army, served 2 tours in Iraq, and was injured by IED and earned him the Purple Heart. He began suffering from PTSD and later returned to deployments. He was deported to Nogales, Mexico. Now, a lot of people were saying, his attorney was saying, please don't send him to countries like Cuba or Venezuela. And so they did not. They returned him to his country of origin, which was Mexico. So, look, if somebody commits a crime in this country and they're not a citizen, they're going to get deported. I appreciate his service to this country, but part of his service gave him the opportunity for a pathway to citizenship.
Right.
And I don't understand, because I know several people that have done this and they said it's just pretty easy. The military will help you with the process. I don't know why he didn't become a U.S. citizen, but the law of the land says that if you are in the country and not a U.S. citizen and you commit a violent crime, you're going to be deported back to the country that you came from. The guy is 40 years old, served his country. I'm torn on this. I am torn on this, but the law of the land says if you commit a crime in this country, you're going to be deported, especially if it's a violent crime. So I'm torn on this, because any of our veterans, citizens or non-citizens that serve this country, but I'm just wondering, why didn't he do his paperwork for him to become a citizen of the United States? Was there a ding on his record or something? I don't know. If anybody knows, I would love to hear it. It's not an automatic process. When you serve this country, when you enlist our military as a non-citizen, that all of a sudden you become a citizen. That's not the way it works. You have to fill out your paperwork and go through the paperwork, but you have the assistance of our military to help you through the process. So, am I missing something on this story?
I don't think so.
Breaks my heart to have him deported, but if you committed a crime and you're not a citizen, you're going to get deported. He should have filled out his paperwork. Somebody help me if they know more about this story.
Right.
YouTuber Jack Daughtry was arrested in Florida after she blocked traffic to film a prank video. Refusing to obey officers, taken into custody. Now he's going to be doing his YouTube video and TikTok on Jailhouse Grub. Yeah. How to make moonshine in jail. And an 8-year-old boy.
How to
this
make is friends facing the other way.
Yeah. 8-year-old boy saved his dad's life after hitting his dad with Narcan, injecting Narcan. How does an 8-year-old know how to do this?
Yeah, that's tough.
Somebody had to show him how to do this. By the way, Boy Scouts, day and time we live in today, Boy Scouts are probably going to be offering a Narcan merit badge. Sad that we are in that
merit badge.
Yeah, of course. I mean, you get the merit badge because you know how to hit Narcan, how to give the dad a shot. Unbelievable. Jeffrey Epstein calling Donald Trump the worst person he has ever known and dangerous, according to brand new emails that were released over the weekend. Who gives a damn what Jeffrey Epstein had to say? I'm just saying. Jeffrey Epstein is a child predator. Who cares what he said about it? If Jeffrey Epstein would say that I'm a bad person, who cares? And Lady Gaga saying that when she was filming The Star is Born, she was on lithium, which led to a nervous, psychotic break.
Yeah.
Thank you, Lady Gaga. Appreciate that. And David Coverdale, founder of
Deep
White
Purple. Snake.
Is that White Snake?
Snake.
White Snake.
Deep Purple.
Yeah, why does it say White Snake? Deep Purple and other said after 50 years of doing what he has been doing, he is finally going to hang it up.
I believe that.
Not going to continue. Probably smart. All right, we'll talk about Chicago homeowners demanding answers. We'll get to that coming up in just a second. Morning show being brought to you by North Star Laundry, one-stop shop for all your laundry. Can you imagine never having to worry about doing laundry ever again? Yeah, they can wash, dry, and fold your clothes, dry, clean your clothes, press your clothes, starch them up, keep all your clothes looking good, and keep you looking good. Drop off the clothes, pick them up a couple days later. They can do all of that. Now, they do have coin-operated machines. at all their locations, and they're open 7 days a week. North Star Laundry, find them at 609 West Lee in Carlsbad, 604 West Church, Carlsbad, 406 West Cedar in Loving. Text line, and then we'll get into our our sound bites and video bites. NAACP in Charlotte. I'll tell you the backstory of that on that coming up. And Jasmine Crockett saying she's black. I had no idea the color of her skin. I just thought she was well tan. We'll get to that coming up next. Monica and the text.
All right. This texter said, let's go Denver Broncos. Another texter said, kids saying 6'7" is them just being proud that they learned how to count that high. A Republican texter said, we're in the $160,000 range. Our mortgage 2 years ago was $1,000. Now, due to insurance mortgage doubling the rate, we have $1,325 in mortgage payments. We'd appreciate the $2,000. And wait a minute, why can billionaires get massive tax breaks, but the working class can't get $2,000? Patricia from West Odessa said, I could use that $2,000 in end of June. I'm moving to from Texas to Tennessee. Bought me a manufactured home and 1 acre of land. I'm selling my
look at
RV.
you go.
Hey, Patricia, we can help you sell that.
And you know what
radio.
the great thing is? You can still listen to us anywhere in the world.
Chip said, Kevin, check your messenger. I just sent you a video of the 6'7" meaning. Speaking of messenger, Monica, I have reported. Oh, no. This one said, I received a friend request from Kevin. Can you confirm before I accept it?
Yeah, look, my other account, Facebook, completely deplatformed me. I'm talking about completely took my page down after first time I signed on that page. I think it was 2006. So they completely took my page down, deplatformed me. So I started another one. So it is me.
If you don't have anything going on this weekend, Carlsbad is having their annual fishing derby. It's a great time for all ages, said Junior DePorto.
Amen.
Smokey in Arizona said, Monica, I have reported B to the FCC, and I will this morning for saying that very nasty four-letter word on air this morning.
What four-letter word?
Starts with an S, ends with a W. Has no in between.
Oh. You're going to have to ask the Clintons what Jeffrey would say. Jay in the Patch said the reason Epstein is saying Trump is bad because he didn't want to do what he was doing and hurting those children, and that he is dangerous because he knew Trump would say something. Eric says, if you make $160,000 annually and have met just as hard of a time making ends meet someone who makes $50,000 annually, then you have a spending problem. You're financially irresponsible and or are accruing debts that you can't afford. People with income support families, but they are not financially equal by any means. Making more does make you spend more. You do. If you make 160 and have an equal hard time spending, making ends meet, making 50, Sphincter Speaker says, LOL about Dune. That's exactly what it's about. And what 5K?
MAGA didn't exist when Frank Herbert wrote it. So, again.
If you want to talk about Dune, I can go on for hours. Frank Herbert was a gem and the closest thing to a prophet I've ever seen. Boy, why don't you open up that Bible? Open up that Bible.
Or any other number of text.
Sphincter Speaker. Go open up your little Bible.
And Monica, I figured out how to end this 6'7" thing.
How?
Every time a kid says 6'7", say, give me your phone or clean up your room.
Namaste.
6'7" will disappear overnight.
Oh, so my friend.
So they say 6'7", you go, oh, you're going to clean your room? Okay. Since that's what that means.
Her kids are not
6'7", give me your phone.
She took it away from them a long time ago. They were just
The room?
doing it. No, 6'7".
They're the ability to speak?
Yeah, there you go. The ability. They can't say that. She took, I wasn't that annoyed. I'm still not annoyed.
How did she take away them saying 6'7"?
She told him she was going to slap him. They said 6'7" one more time.
They can call Child Protective Services.
Some of us don't worry about such things.
Yeah.
Correct. I'm like, listen, I think that's like
overkill.
What, slapping? Nah.
For something that doesn't mean anything? Yeah.
I'm like, shut your mouth already with that. See, that's the problem. They wear it out and it gets annoying.
Well, to you,
Well,
they find it
the
entertaining.
goal is to annoy you.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're satisfying their
6, 7,
goal.
how many slaps? Oh, does that mean how many slaps you need? 6 or 7? Take your pick. 6. Okay.
There you go.
Ooh, mommy dearest over there.
I'm good with that.
I'm
I have
good with
no
it too.
problem with that. How many slaps you want? You want 6 or 7?
There
no
you go.
problem with that.
All right, that's
I
it
guarantee
for the
you it
text line.
stops. I
Oh,
think
yeah.
it stops fairly quick.
Oh, yeah.
All right, NAACP. Charlotte, very, very upset. See, Donald Trump sent in ICE to Charlotte. You know what's next? New Orleans, Louisiana. Louisiana's next. So ICE went into Charlotte. They arrested 780 people. Do you know the foreign-born population of Charlotte, North Carolina?
It's probably pretty high, actually.
It's over a quarter of individuals in that city are foreign-born. Quarter. And so NAACP, this is what I don't get. Do you understand who illegal immigration hurts the worst? It's African Americans. It's African Americans. True story. It is African Americans. It hurts African Americans the worst. They're taking jobs that could go to African Americans.
They could.
But NAACP talking about Donald Trump, cut number 7.
We have a little man sitting in 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue who really believes that Hitler was the greatest man ever on earth.
What?
Whose whole vision is to be just like Hitler. And is trying to create a 1940s Germany right here in the United States. And like then, many people said, well, it's them, it's not me.
By the way, first of all, you got a lot of things wrong in that. Donald Trump is not a little man. He's like, what, 6'4"?
Like 6'2", I think. Something like that. I don't think he's 6'4". I think he's like 6'2".
So I don't think he's that little. Number 2, he doesn't aspire to be Hitler. He inspires to enforce the law. And I'll say it again, illegal immigration hurts African Americans. That's who it hurts probably the worst. Look, people in Chicago have woken up. Maybe you can wake up. Just saying. Chicago homeowners are outraged and ticked off that their taxes keep going up, but nothing's improving. Crime is not improving. Schools are not improving. So people in Chicago are mad. I'm glad they're finally mad. And FAA lifting the emergency flight restrictions this morning as air traffic controllers get back to work just in time for Thanksgiving. You see the way that works. And Hunter Biden is urging Democrats to turn the temperature up when it comes to extremism. Hunter Biden, son of Joe Biden, crackhead, guy that doesn't take care of little Navy, his daughter, that he doesn't claim.
You know, he's
wants the Democrats to turn up the volume.
He's unemployed from Burisma now. They got rid of him as soon as his dad got out of office.
You know, shame on Fox News. Who is Hunter Biden without his dad being president? He's a former crackhead. That's what he is. Nothing more. He hasn't done anything with his life. He hasn't gotten up every morning and had to go to work. Sick. President Trump revealing Moderna wants to talk about maybe what can happen with Venezuela. Yeah, you keep bombing the boats and then maybe they want to talk.
Yeah.
See the way that works?
I like it.
Good. Let him talk. And human trafficking is soaring in blue states. Charlotte, North Carolina. We just talked about Charlotte. Over the weekend, they were able to make some arrests. over a quarter of the population of Charlotte are foreign born. And so they made a bunch of arrests over the weekend, a bunch of pedophiles taken off the streets, a bunch of human traffickers taken off the streets, murderers taken off the streets. So thank you for what you're doing. Tom Homan, by the way, is going to hold a press conference soon, maybe today or tomorrow. Did you hear him talking about the Catholic Church?
No.
He's Catholic, by the way. Talking about the Catholic Church, because the Catholic Church came out about immigration issues. And Tom Herman said the Catholic Church needs to clean up their backyard. Then he can worry about my backyard. Thank you, Tom Herman. Thank you. Jasmine Crockett, letting everybody know she's a black woman and don't make her upset. She's a black woman and don't make her upset. Here's what she had to say.
Every day that I walk in those halls, regardless of whatever rhetoric they put out about me, I am a very serious lawmaker. At the same time,
Nope.
if you try me, you will find out. I just want to be clear about that because I am truly a black woman at the same time. So
Is she trying to say you can't be a black woman and a serious lawmaker?
Well, I mean, should we worry because she's a black woman, or
that's racist?
I mean, are black women more scary? Because I know, I know Hispanic women that are scary. I know white women that are scary.
Well, that's a very extremist racist comment she made.
So we should just worry about black women because they're scary.
Okay. Speaking of scary,
Michelle Obama. I don't know about black woman,
Well,
but Michelle
scary.
Obama saying that, one thing that really let her down is white people and their straight hair standards. I listened to this and I went, this is the dumbest thing that Michelle Obama has ever said. You're going to blame standards. White people didn't put those standards on you. You know who put those standards on you? Other black people put their standards on you. White people don't care if your hair is curly.
No,
they don't.
Nope.
At the end of the day, I don't care if your hair is curly. You got curly hair, great. You got straight hair, great. I'm not judging you based on your hair. Listen to what Michelle Obama had to say.
Worry about it. Let me explain something to white people. Our hair comes out of our head naturally in a curly pattern. So when we're straightening it to follow your beauty standards,
Why'd you do
we
it?
are trapped by the straightness. That's why so many of us can't swim and we run away from the water. People won't go to the gym because we're trying to keep our hair straight for y'all.
For y'all.
It is exhausting and it's so expensive and it takes up so much time.
And she does it.
Braids are for y'all so we can work harder and focus on the work. So why do we need an act, an act of law to tell white folks to get out our hair? Don't tell me how to wear my hair. Don't wonder about it. Don't touch it. Just don't. It just.
Oh, I know.
The irony is of how straight her hair was during that.
I'm telling you, her hair is very straight. Here's the problem with
She
all
just doesn't
this.
like the word straight.
White people are not putting that on you.
Yeah, we don't care.
Other black people are putting that on you, not white people, because I don't judge people by their hair. Other black people are putting that on you. And as a guy that worked at a African-American radio station as the only white employee, I'm going to tell you, the most crucial people in the African-American community are other African-Americans.
Yeah.
True story.
Yeah.
The most
We don't
judgmental
care.
people are black folks judging other black folks on they're too dark or too light skinned. True story.
Yeah. White people, we don't care. You
Yeah,
do
crazy.
you.
Yeah, do whatever you want. Curly hair, straight hair, do whatever you want. You know what? White people pay thousands of dollars a year to get their hair curled.
Yeah.
And by the way, white people pay thousands of dollars a year to make their pigmentation a little darker.
Or make their hair
You think
straighter.
we're judging you?
That's,
or whatever the case is.
I mean,
whatever the case is.
curling irons, flat
Problem with
irons.
all of this is you guys, you just can't get the white man out of your head.
Well,
nobody is holding you back except you.
Well, in all of those statements, you know, no matter what color someone is, that comes from a place of vanity.
Right.
Stop being so vain.
That's pretty crazy that they believe that the white person cares about if their hair is too curly or not. Doesn't. Senate sneaks in a last-minute $500,000 lawsuit provision into the shutdown bill. See, this is part of the problem. And you know what? This was Republicans that did that, wasn't it? So House Republicans are shocked at the and appalled at the sneaky provision snuck into the bill that ended the historic government shutdown. The process to reopen the federal government wasn't without drama, with a provision to require the Senate notification for Senate data being snuck into it last minute. It didn't keep the bill from being passed, but the House of Representatives are aiming at an appeal of the vote next week. The provision would allow senators to directly be targeted in a special in the former special counsel Jack Smith's Arctic Frost investigation to sue the U.S. government for $500,000. So we have sitting legislators who are making a crap load of money and get a lot of benefits that can sue the government for over $500,000. They snuck it in. They snuck it in. And now Speaker Johnson is upset that they snuck it in. So they're going to try to reverse course this week. And what gets me more than anything, I think it's wrong that they actually spied on U.S. citizens, including members of the Republican Party. But I don't think they should have the right to sue the government. The president of the United States was spied on. He didn't sue the government. Pretty sad. Pretty sad. And here we go again. We got Republicans that are just as bad as Democrats. You liberals listening, you always say that I always take one side. I'm just saying this is a bad look. This is bad. This is not good. $500,000 lawsuit against your own government that many of you have taken advantage of enough already. I'm not for this. I'm not for this. No way. Were you harmed? Probably. Should you have the right to sue? No, you shouldn't. No, you shouldn't. Smoking is coming back. Gen Zers actually smoking, coming back on TV, videos, pop culture. Smoking was down 11%. They're trying to bring it back with Gen Zers starting to smoke again. Didn't they outlaw Gen Zers smoking on TV? I think that's outlawed.
But on TV, I think, yes.
But social media is a total different thing.
Well,
movies are a total different
movies are different. Cable TV is different. I think that's only network TV because, like, obviously in Landman, Billy Bob is a big smoker.
Yeah, he smokes all the time. Yeah, that guy's smoking like a chain. And Mandani is promising to get along with cops, even though people that got him elected wants the jails emptied. He's saying that's not going to happen. Look, this guy is going to be a total failure because he's not going to be able to do what he said he was going to do.
Nothing that he said.
He said he was going to raise taxes to pay for all these social programs. It's not going to happen.
Not going to raise the minimum wage. He's not going to have free buses. He's not going to do all the stuff he said.
Can't happen. Sad. All right, Marjorie Taylor Greene over the weekend saying the American dream is dead. And I kind of get what she's saying, that the cost of housing is going up so much. Look, the cost of buying a house, the average person is not buying a house until they're 40 years old now. She's talking about the American dream for young people in their 20s being dead. Listen to what she had to say.
Here's my issue, Steve. We have all-time highs of homeless people on our streets. The drug crisis in America is at all-time highs. The mental health crisis in America is at all-time highs. My kids' generation, the 20-year-olds, they can't afford rent. They can't buy a house. They can't afford insurance. They can't afford bills, and they are losing hope for the future in America.
Yeah, look, and that just didn't happen this week. That didn't happen since Donald Trump took office in January. I get it. It is hard. It's a harder thing to happen, but that doesn't mean it can't be done. I'll use my kids as an example. I've got two 20-something-year-old kids. They're getting ready to be 30. They look, they're not rocket science. They're not rocket scientists. They're not. And they've seemed to make it on their own. They can afford to have their own place, their own cars. I'll say it again.
Mm-hmm.
Not like they're rocket scientists. Not like they're Elon Musk or something. They've figured out how to make enough money to live.
Mm-hmm.
And if they can do it, then anybody can do it. The problem nowadays, and I'm just going to speak, parents, sometimes you need to shove your kids out there and let them fail.
Yep.
Because how did you learn? How did you learn? Through failure, we learn our greatest lessons.
Mm-hmm.
And so sometimes you need to shove them out the door and make them learn on their own.
Yep.
It's true.
They're not rocket science. No. But they figured out how to make money. But learning how to make money is also sometimes a 7-day-a-week grind.
Mm-hmm.
And they grew up with a daddy saying, sometimes you got to work a second job. Sometimes you got to go and do things you don't want to do. Sometimes the job that you're looking for is not the job you have right now.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you got to work the job you have right now to get the job you really, really want later on in life.
Yep.
Maybe that's part of the solution. Hey, go do that crappy job.
Mm-hmm.
Go do it so you can get a better job later on. That's kind of important. But it starts with getting up and going do a job every day.
Mm-hmm.
That's so important. Shoving them out the door. Hey, you can't live with me forever. And I know it's tough. Sink or swim. Sometimes the best thing that we can do is make our kids learn how to fail and then pick them up, help them up so they learn the lesson.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of crazy. Yep. All right, Boob of the Day this morning being brought to you by Desert Functional Medicine and Aesthetics. Medical professionals on staff. They offer functional medicine, such as natural supplements, stem cell therapy if you're living in pain, ozone therapy. They got a bunch of specials going on this week. Did you know they do IV drips? You've probably seen that in bigger cities, IV drips. They've got the IV drips on special right now, plus hormone pellets, $50 off, hormone pellets. They have buy 4, get 1 skinny shot free, or B12 injections. Buy 4, get 1 free. They do body contouring. They have packages on right now, 20% off, along with hair removal at 20% off. And the EBU, buy 2, get 1 free right now at Desert Functional. And if you're going through hormonal issues, get in touch with Desert Functional Medicine and Aesthetics. 575-964-8025, proud sponsor of the Boob of the Day.
So we should all try our best to avoid fights on Thanksgiving because it's just not worth it. But until then, 2 idiots in North Carolina are facing charges after a fight over a Thanksgiving turkey actually turned into a shootout. And these aren't kids either. 64-year-old Mark Foy and 55-year-old Antonio Johnson. They were both shopping at Food Lion. Those still exist. In High Point, North Carolina on Thursday. One of them got into it with an employee over the price of a turkey. They had a deal where you could get one for 29 cents a pound, but you had to spend $35 first. One of them didn't understand the deal and got lippy with the female cashier. So the other guy stepped in and tried to explain it. Then it turned into a fist fight. Yeah, there's a video of them fighting near the front of the store. And then the 64-year-old guy pulled out a gun and pointed it at the 55-year-old guy. Yeah, there's a video, and you can hear lots of F-bombs and other profanity being dropped there. And the 55-year-old guy also can't seem to know how to wear his pants. But anyway, they both left the store, and it turned out Antonio also had a gun. And they got into a shootout in the parking lot. Antonio was shot in the arm and got taken to a nearby hospital. Thankfully, no one else was hurt. Both men are facing charges for, quote, simple affray and, quote, going armed to the terror of the public. That's a cool charge. Glad I didn't get charged with it. That was them. They got getting a shootout in North Carolina. You're going to get charged with going armed to the terror of the public. And you will become the boob of the day.
Boob of the day being brought to you by Desert Functional Medicine Aesthetics. Check them out today. We'll get updated with news coming up next. Morning show being brought to you by Zia Guns. Zia Guns, 1907 North Payne in Roswell. They've got you covered with over 1,000 guns in stock. Handguns, rifles, shotguns, looking for personal protection. They've got you covered there too with lethal and non-lethal personal protection. Looking for the right gun. They've got you covered. And don't forget, you can trade in your old gun to get a better gun, or you can sell them your gun. Give them a call, 575-622-0023. Always closed Saturday, open on Sunday. Zia Guns, 1907 North Payne in Roswell. Monica in the text, then we'll take our break. It's 5 minutes away from 9.
Monty says, my son, oh gosh, where did he go? Hold on. They text in, and then Monty says, my son is 46 years old. Every time I move my hand up to my head real fast, he ducks. I think he's got a mental problem, slapping syndrome.
Monica, your kids know about that.
Patricia from West Odessa. Oh, they know when I'm going to smack them. Where'd you go, Patricia? Let's go back. Patricia says, Blake, I listen to y'all no matter where I go. Remember, I work up north. Yes, I will until working until I get everything the way I want it.
Amen.
Talking about my land, that's why I always ask y'all to fix the app. I love this radio station. Danny Boy says, did you guys see the Sean Ryan podcast on the YouTube interview, Charlie Kirk security team and the lies that we're told to tell? 6-7, wait till you find out about 9 to 5, kids. Ha ha ha. Joshua Miga says, is that 150 before or after taxes?
Probably before.
I think it's before.
Yeah, probably.
Racist, sexist, liberal said, Monica, you saying things that are annoying. Can we go by and slap you? And I said, nah, because I'm not 10 and you're not my mom or my dad. Big Mike is mad because he can't find any more Jerry curls, said Jeff Rowe. And P.S. Big Mike has never been trapped by straightness. LOL. Why does she care what white people think? Said a texter. Was that a comedian clip? Because now I feel dumber by listening to that tranny talk about hair. Michelle.
I don't get the whole thing about straight hair. Wear your hair whatever way you make.
I've always known that Black people, especially women, they won't get their hair wet. They don't go swimming. They don't wash it too often. And I know it's because of that. Like it messes up their perm or whatever, which a perm for them is straight, but a perm for us is curly.
I mean, look, I grew up in the 70s where friends of mine had Jerry curls.
Yep.
And I didn't want them in my car. It's not because they were black. It's because they got all that gunk all over my seats.
Well, you remember when they used to wear the plastic head net things?
Like Soul Glow?
Yeah, but that was to keep the oil from getting all over everything. Hey, and you know what? I knew many of black moms that didn't want the kids laying on the sofa because they had all that crap in there.
Uncle Mike said his 16-year-old son went to Chili's on Wednesday to apply for a job. He was told to come back Thursday. After waiting for a freaking hour, he was told they had all the people that they needed. Send him to go talk to Joe Imbrial at Rig Outfitters, Theo, because Joe was
He's
saying
always looking for good people.
yes, and he loves to hire the youth.
But I'm going to say that kid's experience taught him a lesson too. You know, it's not always right now, right on your timetable. There are things, and then sometimes the answer is no, even after you wait.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of good lessons there, both directions. But yeah, go talk Joe Imbriali, Rig Outfitters.
Smokey in Arizona said part of it is not that the kids can't afford to pay rent. It is the landlord wanting you to make 3 times what rent is. So take Hobbs, for example. If the rent is $2,500 a month and 3 times $7,500, most kids can't find a job that pays that much.
Well, there's a reason they want to make sure you can pay your rent.
I'm so sick of hearing Democrats constantly making everything a race issue. Yeah, unfortunately, it's pretty much here to stay. And Michelle or Mike should give that dress back to the women and start wearing man clothes again.
Hey, man.
Monica.
Get her done, Big Mike.
Monica, it's guaranteed that when 2 black ladies get in a fight, there will be wigs laying on the ground. Oh, yes, that is
or
true.
Extensions.
Danny Boy said,
Well, go and look at my Facebook post from Friday with 2 women getting in a fight, and then it was 4 women, then 6 women at the Kroger in Tennessee.
Danny Boy said, don't say that to Monica, you clown. I'll slap you silly. Monica is the best. Thanks for having my back, Danny. And B from Roswell said, Soul Glow.
You got an admirer.
Chip said, sorry. But what are you saying sorry for, Chip? And last one, John from Eunice said, Kevin, I didn't get to watch the game because I have a life and I don't spend all weekend watching football. But that Texas A&M comeback was freaking crazy. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, look, I was on the road, and I had asked for a score because I was driving, and crazy win. I mean, and, you know, kudos going out to Mike Elko and what he's done at Texas A&M. He signed his extension on Saturday. And I'm just wondering why Lane Kiffin has not signed his extension with Ole Miss.
Maybe he's going to LSU.
Maybe they're interviewing people as we go. I don't know.
Is that what you're doing in Louisiana? Really, is interviewing for the LSU
could be.
job?
I'm going to probably be the guy interviewing Lane Kiffin. So
you wouldn't interview. You'd just like, you're hired.
Yeah. I'd be like, okay, let's go. Well, if they'd have listened to me, they'd have hired him 4 years ago.
Right.
So now they got to say they were wrong to me. And I'm still waiting for that pickup, that check as a consultant. Come on. I mean, you're giving Brian Kelly $54 million. At least give me 1.
Right.
All right, we're going to take a break. We got a lot of things to get to. Good news of the day coming up in just a second. Morning show this morning being brought to you by Quinn Wells Fuel Station right there on 128. If you're between Jowl and Carlsbad this morning and you're driving and you need fuel, exit on Buck Jackson Road, go down just about 2.75 miles. Fill her up with unleaded, green diesel, red diesel, and DEF. And hey, you don't have to be in the oil patch to fill up there. They're open to the public. They accept all credit cards, debit cards, and fleet cards. Fill up today at the Twin Wells Fuel Station. Be safe on the road. From the Twin Wells Fuel Station. We're taking a break. It's already 9:02. We're beyond the Breakfast Club.
MTD Radio News, I'm Blake Ovard. A little more than 2 months ago, New Mexico Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham proudly announced the state would become the first to introduce the socialist program of free childcare for all families. And just 2 weeks into the program, Early Childhood Education Department Cabinet Secretary Elizabeth Graginski says the program is seeing an increase in the number of children cared for by the state.
Day 1, November 1, we had nearly 1,000 applications, and that was a Saturday. Many of the families, probably about 45% of them, were already eligible under the 400% 10% of federal poverty. And we see this as another testament to why universal is so important.
The state now supports about 38,000 children, and that number is growing. To keep up with applications, the department has added 14 staff members to process those applications.
There's some backlog with our call center, obviously a lot of interest, but the team is working very diligently to clear those backlogs and make sure that families are getting the support and services that they need.
In order to fund the next year of Child Care for All program, the department is requesting $120 million from the legislature in January. And Hobbs firefighters have been operating without a contract for more than 6 months, and they've reached an agreement with the city that will be presented at Monday's Hobbs Commission meeting. Hobbs firefighters had requested a wage increase to remain more competitive with surrounding agencies to better assist with the recruitment and retention. A certified firefighter can make between $18.81 to $27.50 per hour, according to the City of Hobbs website. The Hobbs Police Department bargaining agreement is also on the agenda for Monday's commission meeting. And that's the way it is. I'm Blake Ovard. This is MTD Radio News.
Ladies, is your eyesight causing frustration every morning while applying makeup? Are you holding a cheap, distorted mirror up to the window trying your best to see? At Last, there's a better way. At Last Lighted Mirror and Grooming Tool. Men, this is for you too. Sharpen up your mustache, goatee, or beard, because ladies love a well-groomed man. Local inventor Rebecca Long spent 5 years researching and designing the At Last Lighted Mirror and Grooming Tool. It has rechargeable LED lighting, 1, 5, and 10 times magnification mirrors, all in one for home and travel use. It comes with a USB charging cord, travel case, a 30-day money-back guarantee, and 1-year limited warranty. This is a must-see, so drop by 226 West Vega in Hobbs today for a free demonstration. Order online at atlastmakeupmirror.com or call 575-631-3189 today.
Your call is very important.
Still waiting on your cable company to care? With slow speeds and hidden fees, maybe it's time to pull the plug. Kinetic gives you 100% fiber and gig speeds with 25 times faster uploads than cable. Local service that actually shows up, and clear pricing that isn't there to surprise you. So ditch cable and connect with the right crowd. Get up to $200 when you switch. Visit GoKinetic.com. Kinetic. Internet better. Subject to availability. Terms and conditions apply.
There's been talk in the news that it's hard to get credit these days. Not here. Just like always, we're making auto loans. We offer competitive rates and quick service. We make our loan decisions locally, so you don't have to wait for out-of-town approval on your loan. Make this strong move. Get your auto loan from us. Estacado Federal Credit Union, where you are more than a number. You're a member. Federally insured by NCUA.
Hey guys, what's up? What's really going on is Daniel Velos here at Permian Ford Lincoln, 1000 North Del Paso, and we are here inviting you guys to sign up and get yourself one of the first 100 vouchers for our free consultation for our COVID credit forgiveness. That program right now is designed, you come in one-on-one and make some time to talk to us, and we'll get you going on a new ride, maybe a new term, and maybe a better payment. Right here, corner of Sanger and Bender, here in Hobbs, America. Permian Ford.
At Coffee Drilling LLC, they offer a wide range of drilling services, from small domestic water to agricultural and monitor wells. In addition to mud and rotary drilling, Coffee Drilling offers services to pre-existing wells, as well as troubleshooting of pumps and all control systems. Call Coffee Drilling today to schedule your routine maintenance or see about an upgrade to your water system. Call 505-270-1767. That's 505-270-1767. Coffee Drilling LLC, over 20 years experience and serving all of Hobbs, Lovington, and Eunice.
Southeast New Mexico weather. Hi, good morning. The forecast is temperatures in the middle 70s in Roswell this afternoon under a sunny sky. It's 77 degrees in Carlsbad and Artesia and 74 degrees in Lovington on this Monday. Temperatures will drop overnight tonight in the middle to upper 40s. And tomorrow's highs at 78 degrees in Carlsbad and 75 degrees in Lovington. For W105 FM, I'm meteorologist Ron Roberts.
Your country plays on W105.
This show is powered by Permian Ford. Stop by and see Daniel Velos today.
Absolutely. 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 Absolutely.
No promises, no boasting. Just a bunch of people having fun. The Monica Blake and You.
Think you'll come again.
You better watch out if you're a rich guy. You better lawyer up, I'm telling you why. The Epstein files are gonna come out. If you're on the list, here's some advice. Turn yourself in and divorce your wife. The Epstein files are gonna come out. Could it just all be fake news or a Democratic hoax? The subject matter's really dark, so it's hard to make good jokes. Oh, it's gonna come out, a matter of time. You're gonna get caught, you're gonna do time when the Epstein files finally come out.
But hopefully you're not on that list. I know I am not on that list. I can officially say I am not on the Epstein list.
Amen.
Did you see the New York PD posted a video showing women how to properly wear the hijab?
No.
Are you serious?
Yeah. So that might come in handy once modality gets in there.
Well, yeah, because he's going to.
By the way, I don't need a video showing anybody how to wear it. If you're Muslim and want to wear it, go ahead and wear it. And by the way, if you're Muslim, if you're a female and a Muslim and you don't want to wear it, don't wear it.
Well,
you're in America. You don't have to wear it.
Didn't Mandami say he's going to bring?
That's a different thing.
Didn't he say he's bringing Sharia law to New York City?
Yeah, we'll see how that goes. I don't think that's going to work in America. It could be wrong. Morning show this morning being brought to you by Fins and Artesia. Some of the specials going on right now. Young turkey, 99 cents a pound. Also get the pork sirloin roast for $1.99 a pound. Beef arm roast for $4.99 a pound. And New York strip steaks are just $8.99. Get it today. And don't forget, add navel oranges. You get 4 for $1. Avocados, 99 cents each. Get the Chubb tomatoes, 10-ounce container, 2 for $5. And the large white onions, 2 pounds for $1. Some of the other specials include wheat bread. You can get it for $1.68 a loaf, along with Virginia ham for $5.49 a pound. Pickle and the olive loaf for just $6.49 a pound. And, of course, if you're looking for the coldest beer in Artesia, you can always find that at Finn's, along with Pepsi, Dr. Pepper, and Big Red, 24-pack, $10.99. Find it all today at Finn's in Artesia. Looks like YouTube and ABC, ESPN, all those Disney, they have all come to agreement. So no outage anymore. And McDonald's coming out with their holiday pie again this year.
Yeah.
I will make sure and probably skip that.
Yeah,
holiday pie. I mean, I'll get a pie, but I don't think it'll be that one. And a New Mexico man pled not guilty after being accused in that deadly shooting that happened in late October in Albuquerque. Albuquerque police responded to that home on October 25th of 2025. They found 25-year-old man dead inside. Police said someone called 911 saying they found the victim that night before, and they believed that he had slipped and hit his head. Police interviewed the witness, and they say 23-year-old Caleb Parker was the victim that got into an argument after everybody left the party. Witness went on to tell police that he went into the friend's house after the shooting and told him that the victim had killed the individual. And by the way, he did plead not guilty to all charges. That happened on Friday. And Groom, that Grome, has exited New Mexico, leaving a void for travelers that are heading from Santa Fe to the Sunport. So Groom was actually a shuttle service that would bring people from Santa Fe to the Sunport multiple times a day, but they said business was bad and they are leaving. Don't they have like the Rail Runner that
Yeah.
runs between. So it doesn't go directly to the airport, though. Maybe that's the problem.
Yeah, I don't know.
By the way, nobody takes me to the airport either. I actually have to get my own rides. I was hoping I could get somebody to take me. Yeah, I mean, once you get to Albuquerque, I'm sure there are like you could get a lift or a,
Yeah, I mean,
somebody
that's
to
the
take
easy
you,
one.
taxi cab, bus, whatever. So there is still a way. If there's a will, there is a way.
Mm-hmm.
And Chick-fil-A testing a brand new sandwich in 2 cities. We'll see if it comes to a city near you. Everybody's competing for that chicken market. So Chick-fil-A is testing a new chicken and waffle sandwich in 2 cities. We'll see if it comes to a city near you. And breaking news this morning about the NBA
Mm-hmm.
and the investigation into, oh my goodness, LeBron James, illegal gambling scheme involving maybe some members of the Lakers. LeBron James. I'm not saying LeBron James's name is on there, but I'm not saying his name is not on there.
Okay.
So Lakers assistant trainer Mike Macias and executive administrator Randy Mims, who each have very close ties to LeBron James, have reportedly already cooperated, handing over their cell phones to a outside law firm that is investigating gambling inside the Lakers. That's pretty much all the information. By the way, if you hear that phone, that's my mother's phone.
Okay.
So
Yeah, we didn't
go
hear
ahead
it,
and
but it's
answer,
okay.
Lonzie. So, yeah. So my mom went to bed early last night because she fell and hit her head.
Right.
And then she woke back up this morning at 4, woke me up to come get her out of bed.
Okay.
And then she went back to bed right before we started. And then now she's back up. We got her up. So
Well, she needs to pay
totally
attention to
different.
the show.
Usually when we hear her, she goes to bed at 1 a.m. and she doesn't wake up until 2 p.m.
Well, she wanted to catch the show.
Yeah, maybe she wanted to catch the show. Who
maybe.
knows? Monica and the text 9:15. We'll take a break, come back with the good news of the day. Let's get updated with the text first.
Ricky and Hobbs said, Monica, I enjoyed talking to you at Albertsons on Saturday. You as well, Ricky. I enjoy when you guys come up and say hello. And that way I know what you guys, or who you guys are whenever I read your text. Dexter's lab texter said, I 286 for NCAA football record on a team coming back and winning on being down 27 plus points. Good for Texas A&M. Lord have mercy. What did I just read? Austin Powers.
Yeah,
in the
Texas A&M, great comeback.
Austin Powers in the 6-7 meaning refers to 2 separate things that have recently converged in popular culture. An idiom used in the 2002 film Austin Powers in Goldmember. And which county won the food fight? I don't know.
Well,
I
the,
don't think we tallied up yet.
the winners are going to be the food banks because rough estimate when we were just taking, there were tons of groceries, which is good. That's a really good thing. We got coats and hats and socks and stuff. And in all the counties, we got like, I want to say it was $6,000-7,000 in cash ish.
I'm going to go ahead and call it. Lee County did best, I think.
Well, I think so. The thing on Friday is Eddy County won, and
They got
then
more than what we got at Bob's?
oh yeah,
Oh, okay.
and then on Saturday Hobbs beat Carlsbad. So it's kind of a draw in that regard.
Okay.
But again, it's fighting hunger in our communities, and everybody wins
Everybody's a winner.
because we have such giving listeners and folks that came out. It was really, really heartwarming how much giving everybody was doing.
You know, and I want to add this to that hunger initiative. While we encourage you to give and give back, because a lot of you can, if you're honestly in a position where you need or you know somebody who needs, please encourage them to go and get a food basket that the United Way will be giving away. That's why we do what we do. I was talking to Brittany and I was asking her if there are like stipulations that they put, and she said no. She said, we just believe for the best that the people that come are truly the people that need.
People are going to come or
So
truly
if
need.
you, yes, if
Right.
you need, please know that you can go to receive one. Patrick's cousin Daniel said Kevin's rap name should be Young Turkey or Lil Turk. And why are you hating on McDonald's? That holiday pie is delicious. I don't know. I don't think so.
We're only hating
I
because
don't
we
know
like
what
real
it's-
food.
I just don't know what it's packed with. It's all kind of
we
preservatives.
just like we like real food.
I
mean,
like
you
real and fake.
booed me with the French fries. I'm thinking that there are 3 ingredients to the French fries, and all along there've been 17.
Yeah.
Um,
Even the salads, they add stuff too. Like,
they don't even have salads there anymore, though.
yeah, but when they did, it wasn't even just like, you'd think a salad would be like lettuce and whatever's in it, right? No, they add a bunch of crap to it.
Yeah, true.
Make it last longer.
A little jealous said, "Amen, Blake." And did you guys see the price of hamburger meat? Ooh, no. How
A
much was it,
hamburger
Jay?
meat's been anywhere from $3.99 to $4.99. It kind of
Get with your local ranchers.
Mario B from Lovington said, "Just don't show up in an Escalade or a high-end vehicle to get a food basket. Thanks."
Well, what if you had one of those and then you lost your job?
Correct.
I mean,
gonna
there
say,
are
don't be
there
so
are
harsh,
reasons for
Mario.
everything.
Kevin, I bet money that Michelle Obama can't stand those large white onions either. What? Did that one go over my head?
Yeah. Big Mike.
White onions.
Mm-hmm.
All the hate
Couple
on
of 'em.
mom. Oh, sphincter speaker. I'm saving you for last. A little jealous.
He
saying
likes
that.
white onions too.
What are white onions?
just move on.
It's packed with diabetes. What more do you want? LOL. And can you text me Randy Pettigrew's number, please? I don't have it, but Kevin, can you?
You
I
got?
don't.
Do you have the card? I don't have one here.
You guys are making me read.
You can just go to randallpettigrew.com and all of his info is right there. Randallpettigrew.com.
Okay.
Randallpettigrew.com.
Last one. Here we go. Waffle sandwiches with egg, cheese, Canadian bacon, or whatever breakfast meat you like is good. I make my waffles with the muffin mix that comes with flavors like strawberry cake, blueberry, cheesecake, strawberry, wildberry.
You know
Gives it
why?
A little sweet taste, but not too much. What?
Because that's what his mom buys.
I agree the food banks and citizens win, but I think you shouldn't be so blah about which county wins. That gives the community members bragging rights, and it could lead to people
Well,
getting
Eddy
committed
County won on Friday. Lee County won on Saturday.
just so they can brag next year about their county. While the ultimate goal is the food bank, the competition between the counties could be good fun to help bringing the community together. Just saying.
Is that the
believe
same
that's-
guy?
No, I
I was gonna
believe
say.
that's what we did. We
Yeah.
kind of challenged
Each other
anytime-
those days.
Yeah.
Like I said, Friday.
They both went big.
Yeah.
They both went big.
It was
So
bigger
everybody's
all the
a
way
winner.
around in every location than it was last year. Like every
So
location
everybody
beat the year before.
That's it for the text line.
All right, Randy Pettigrew's number, the card does not list his number. If you go to randallpettigrew.com, you can get the info. All his contact information is right there. randallpettigrew.com for all the contact information. All right, we're going to take a break, come back. Good news of the day just around the corner. It's already at 9:21. Good news up next. News this morning being brought to you by Roswell Livestock and Farm Supply. Check them out today. Farm and Ranch. You live on a farm or a ranch, you need supplies. They've got everything that you might need at 1105 East 2nd in Roswell. They have feed for your animals, certified Purina dealer, trailers, tank, tack, fencing material, plumbing supplies, hardware supplies. They've got a hardware store inside the store. Plus, they have Western wear and work gear. Homegrown and proud of it. Roswell Livestock and Farm Supply, 1105 East 2nd in Roswell. Also in Capitan, the Lincoln County Mercantile. We're coming right back. Good news of the day. Up next, we're being the Breakfast Club.
Fox News, I'm CJ Papa. President Trump calling on House Republicans release all of the Jeffrey Epstein files.
President posted on Truth Social overnight. I want to read it to you. He said, House Republicans should vote to release the Epstein files because we have nothing to hide and it's time to move on from this Democrat hoax perpetuated by radical left lunatics in order to deflect from the success of the Republican Party.
Fox's Mark Meredith, the White House. A vote in the House on the bill to release the files could take place tomorrow. Back to normal at the 40 airports where the FAA drops its mandated cuts in flights. This woman comparing her trip to Houston and this morning's return flight home.
The TSA lines was out the airport when we was coming here. When we came back, it's actually not that bad, but it's also 4 in the morning. My flight's not till 7.
A gunman attacking a high school in northwestern Nigeria early on Monday, kidnapping 25 schoolgirls, killing one staffer, injuring another. That's according to police. America's listening to Fox News.
Michael's Prescription Corner is your one-stop shop for all of your medication needs. Whether you're under the weather or just need your med refills while you're on the road, Oilfield, we're talking to you. The team at Michael's can get you filled and on your way. With 4 locations serving Lee County, it's guaranteed hometown service with a smile you can count on. Michael's Prescription Corner is located in Lovington, Hobbs, Eunice, and now open in Chow. Visit michaelsrxcorner.com for all location information or simply download their app to submit your refills today. Michael's Prescription Corner, proudly serving all of Lee County.
When you think of A-Custom Construction and Roofing, don't just think roofing. Sure, their roofing expertise is top-notch, but they offer so much more. Think of a team that's been locally veteran-owned and operated for over 30 years, specializing in roofing and insurance. Need more? How about being licensed, bonded, and insured with an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau? And here's the best part. They offer free estimates. Call Dwayne Pinnick at 575-318-9725. That's 318-9725. And Dwayne and the guys at A-Custom Construction and Roofing want you to beware of unlicensed out-of-town contractors. They all come when the hail does, but once they're gone, so is your warranty. Trust the experts who've been here for decades. A-Custom Construction and Roofing. Visit them on Facebook at facebook.com/A-Custom Construction. A-Custom Construction and Roofing, where your peace of mind is built on their reputation.
Getting you ready for the holidays, there's big pre-Thanksgiving savings this week at Bob's Ridgeway. Butterball turkeys, 10 pounds and up, $1.89 a pound. Cornish game hens, $1.79 a pound. 2-pound bag of Rocket apples, just $2.99. Fancy ears of corn, 2 for $1. Get big savings on Plains Dairy Heavy Whipping Cream, 32 ounce, just $5.48. Also specials on half and half Food Club whipped topping and your Craven flavored pies, the big 38 ounce, just $5.98. These are just a few of the big pre-Thanksgiving savings this week at Bob's Ridgeway, where for the last 50 Thanksgivings, your grocery dollar's always gone farther. 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
Hey, bro, weirdest thing is happening at the game. This guy sitting next to me says, "You're our good luck charm." Every time I crack a Bud Light, we score a touchdown. Now his entire family wants to buy me Bud Lights. I think I'm some kind of a football prophet. Talk soon. The team needs me.
Anything for Bud Light, the official beer sponsor of the NFL. Stock up today. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Great career opportunities are waiting for you now at Eddy County. They're always hiring for certified and uncertified EMTs and firefighters, as well as certified deputy sheriffs. And Eddy County has an immediate need for an inspector, a staff accountant, a DWI community outreach and wellness coordinator, and a light equipment operator. Detailed job specifications and applications are available at eddycounty.org. Eddy County is an equal opportunity employer.
Imagine a world where teams wore plain, uninspired uniforms. Functional? Sure. Eye-catching? Hardly. But as times evolved, so did the demand for standout styles. Enter the era of awesome graphics. Located at 523 West Sanger in Hobbs, New Mexico, they revolutionized team and work attire. Their secret? High-quality FR uniforms from renowned brands like Ariat, Labco, Byrne, and Bulwark, paired with cutting-edge technology for vibrant, multicolored logos. Awesome Graphics bridges the gap offering both sports and industrial uniforms that don't just fit well, they inspire. From Nike office shirts to Adidas and Oakley designs, they ensure every team and staff look as professional as they perform. They're not just about appearances at Awesome Graphics, they're about empowering teams. So if you're in Southeast New Mexico and need uniforms that speak volumes, the choice is clear. Visit myawesomegraphics.com and discover how they can elevate your team's image. Awesome Graphics, where style meets performance.
Now, back to the show.
Our morning show is always getting in trouble. Here's the latest voicemail from our program director.
Hey, I want to tell you something, okay? And I want to leave a message for you right now. You have insulted me for the last time. You don't have the brains, and I'm going to straighten your ass out when I see you. Do you understand me?
You better listen, because they might not be on much longer.
Sometimes we pretend to be normal, but that's boring. So we go back to being us. Be in the Breakfast Club. Be in the Breakfast Club, powered by Permian Ford and PermianFord.com. Home of the lifetime Permian Powertrain promise.
Hey, we got to get to good news of the day, being brought to you by Farmers Insurance Agent Herschel Rustin Hayes, Avenue D in Lovington, 575-396-0513. Home, auto, life insurance, commercial insurance. Get in touch with Rustin Hayes today. You can take care of all of your insurance. Proud sponsor of the good news of the day.
So, a 61-year-old woman in England saved her golf buddy's life after he called to say he couldn't make it to the course. He FaceTimed her from his car and said he wasn't feeling well enough to golf. Then she saw him slump over in the seat. So she called the golf course to get the address, drove straight to his place, called an ambulance, and paramedics arrived and saved him. He had had a heart attack. But he's okay now and apparently back out on the golf course. They just played in a charity event and raised more than $2,000 for their heart foundation. And in the city of Chickasaw, Oklahoma, well, they're doing something nice for the holidays. Through the end of the year, anyone with an unpaid traffic ticket or overdue library fine can pay off those things by donating food. See, they took what we did and they said, you know what? We're going to do some food fight for our hungry as well. Yeah. And Kevin, that is the good news of the day.
All right, we're out of here. We'll keep you updated throughout the day with everything going on. Radio up next. News this morning being brought to you by Roach Air Conditioning and Heating, your choice for your next HVAC job. The experience, yes, they've got it. They can take care of heating, air conditioning, and who knows? This time of the year, you might need both of those in one day, heater and air conditioning. Give Enrique Rocha a call, 575-631-1999. Call today. That's 575-631-1999. Tradio is up next.